First of all, let's see immediately, do they adjust and get Speedery's picks protected? And how will Swamp Gaming respond to that? Gambit's off the board. Cooper, Valentina, top of the scene in America. Not going to be able to play the man that never folds.
Yeah, and then that is going to allow Elsa in, likely for both sides, but we'll see if Swamp tries to do something a little cheeky here. Again, folks, Swamp really want this Dom win because they look so good in Convoy and Convergence. If they can find something now, it'll give them a major leg up in a best of 7 where teams are able to kind of figure out each other's strengths and remove those strengths. And like we call, goodbye to the Mantis and lock in to that Elsa.
Stay with me. Gambit, Mantis,
11 million, 700 people, 450 people, 9 million. This is a very close bet, chat.
Map 2 and 5 against them.
Get your predictions in. As soon as the ban phase is over and the match starts, I am closing the predictions.
Daze is an absolute animal in every sense of the word, and they're not going to let him get the devil, but we'll have hands on that Wolverine. There's the Ultron gone. Mantis protected. Okay.
I love it.
This was
I was waiting for it.
Hey, let's go. Shoot. Not once yesterday.
The Doctor Strange ban from
really
Liquid
cool
Citadel. Very interesting.
It kind of messes with the flow, and again, it's just at this point it becomes a habit, right?
Doctor
to have
Strange
that portal play,
gives
even on
when
you're holding
I wonder if they're going to
come through. Removing that tool is a big problem, especially at this level play, folks. What you'll see is these early portals, like we saw actually in our last matchup.
My wife says if I lose money,
has some sort of strat line ultimate they can commit, or they have cap,
Liquid Citadel,
and they use that all to stall point. You portal in, your team's back. Next thing you know, it's like nothing ever changed.
Before you lose money and your wife leaves you, win all the money and then leave your wife before.
So it's just a massive tool to remove.
There's a lot of things you could prep for, and I think that was not on the sheet. I will say I think Swamp Gaming was expecting them most likely to protect Daredevil, right? And then you know what's going to follow from there, because if you ban the tank pool, you already know Paulie is going to be taking the cap from Spark Chief, and when that happened last time,
closing
Spark
the predictions,
Chief, suffered a little bit, especially early on in Dom. Then they locked in and got it done.
Closing the predictions.
They're going to go to the full dive. That's exactly what you're seeing here, Shib. Everything going to be aggressive. They're kind of taking on the we lost hat here when they play this composition and be looking at Spark. I think that's going to be the difference maker if they want to change the result from yesterday.
Yo, Emily with the
buddy,
20
I'm excited. Strap in, everyone, as we will be beginning our best of 7 between two of the top teams.
Crazy.
The lead
Also,
side bracket for both
over
A and B.
$20 million on the line. Over 1,000 predictions.
Last time was a battle.
Over
1,000
predictions, chat.
TLC
this is the
back.
biggest.
Let's find out together.
Well, Shib on
history.
both sides.
Okay, I'm adding the predictions, chat.
For Swamp Gaming and Domination. Both those maps they won. Scatter
predictions
is
are closed.
Absolute madman when it comes to the tank pool, and so with that available, going to really open up a lot of plays and push. Valentina going to be boosting herself and the team. The confidence is surrounding her and the play of Swamp Gaming. Welcome to the Swamp, they say, as Liquid Citadel looks to set up the fortress.
Let's get it.
Early on the point, but Swamp is showing a nice angle here at first. I like the positioning.
Yeah, it was great to see her interview yesterday as we begin now. Speedery, very aggro on the back line. Speaking of Valentina, goodbye. Well done there. Speedery finds one off rip, setting the toes. Polly gets a second. Melophobia, though, from downtown. Just a ton of damage and great focus, but Energy says, I could do it too. With a 2-piece, make it 3, why don't you? Trying to match right back, and that will be point early on here from TLC.
Whoa,
I can see one team's warmed up on one side. Energy
Shannon with the massive gifted sub. I appreciate it. Del Star with the 10 gifted subs.
You can see a lot of trades like this happen, folks. It's not going to be these 6 wipes constantly. You'll see one go back and forth and a slight push of momentum either side. But when Speedery is free, we've seen success from this team, and they did that in the protect phase. Now setting up Paulie, going to be on the Man of Freedom. The first Avenger leads the way, backs up into the team, rotates nice. Spark Chief going to set up on top of the early dive. Near a low, though. Now have to go ahead and focus that as Cooper is also looking in danger.
Yeah, Paulie and Cap like peanut butter and jelly. You can see just the influence of owning that space and constantly applying pressure, trying to get that all quickly. You can see alt advantage here. Going to be just slightly in favor of Team Liquid Citadel. Melophobia finding the first pick, though, but it is matched as Speedery takes out Forky. That is going to be huge as Speedery again finds the nether of the back line.
Right now,
goodbye
at the beginning
to
of
the
this
Strat.
series. Wow.
Really clean start once more in this second fight. Energy onto Daze, and that's just a matter of time.
Oh my god, and Speedery lived. He got out and lived. No way.
Well, talk about adjusting to the Speedery bans. They're doing just that. Absolute verdict. Guilty. Speedery is guilty as charged. Going off now as Paulie finds a big hit there on Kraz, and that's going to shut down everything of momentum. There's the Glarchox. It's a fat one. They might be able to get some lunch here, but nothing going to come from it. It's going to be the response. It's a Pokemon battleship.
Oh no, both Glarchoxes were useless.
Nothing from it. The monsters come up empty.
Yeah, and you can see still ult advantage up for TLC in this fight. They will have 4, almost 5 available, but you'll see almost 4 available in this fight for Swamp. There's the commitment now with the Rage of Ultron. Spark Chief matches it back. Polly does the same. Daze goes down. Nero turning into the Fox. What does the Fox say? It says it wants a pick as down goes 1 from Swamp, but it's matched back from Melophobia with a nice shot there onto Nero. Still holding on to this point, though, 93% in climbing.
Mellow and his off angles is how this team won yesterday on the quick pick, especially on
Appreciate
energy, the main damage. There's another as Cooper goes quickly to the grave. Resurgence kept them through that fight, committing a lot though to get this point back. Scatter gets 2 with the pistols, farms that XP, takes a photo to celebrate, and now 4% up.
Hey, good switch, good flip by Swamp Gaming. J3, appreciate all the long hours and entertainment streams you do the weekend. You're an amazing person. Keep doing what you're doing. Hashtag ban Elsa. Yep, true. Hey, appreciate that. Hashtag ban Elsa.
Double freedom charge available here, which not only applies a lot of that overhealth to your team, but does give alt charge advantage. It gives you that 20% increase in alt charge, which is very important. But when it's matched back and forth, it evens out. Who gets the first pick here? Speedy recommitting. Let the devil out. That's a very good lawyer there, but not able to get any value just yet. Dropping back the point to buy more time as the retake is coming through. The side of Swamp knows it's not a big threat to let them have it should they need to. They don't need to panic as long as they touch in overtime. Energy dropping away, getting that first pick again on Valentina, but Craze and Daze able to find 2. Wow. Speedery, though, matches it back once more.
Dude, Speedery has been going off, dude.
Absolutely, trade for trade as Energy now gets the air cleared from the skies of Ultron. Absolutely.
Remember, chat. Remember, Swamp Gaming does not have a teleporter. Swamp Gaming cannot TP. They have to run and touch point, but it doesn't look like they're able to do that. Wow. Great Strange ban that you cannot do in your ranked games. Because if you ban Strange in your ranked games, both teams can't play Strange.
Dominating performance on Domination.
That is huge.
Yeah, the Citadel's walls are firm in the Swamp. I'll tell you that much. On map 1 here, Stellar Spaceport, very clean by Team Liquid Citadel. You can see the
what I don't understand in pro play is why are you trying to ban out a professional player, bro? Speedery
other strats to run
cannot be banned
you
out.
don't just have that sleep as a cooldown to answer some of this dive because TLC is just all over that
pros
backline right
have
now with
deep
a
hero
full
pools.
dive commitment. And again, folks, Elsa can really play into that dive. She can peel, she can poke, she does it all. So it doesn't matter if you're fitting into the comp because the comp fits into her always.
For sure. Valentina played a lot of Loki Luna Cloak against him yesterday. It was the main
chat. Craze. This has been my favorite thing. And someone asked me what was my favorite thing so far in the tournament. My favorite has been Krasmang on the Hulk and Daze on the Wolverine. Their synergy has been phenomenal to watch. Do you guys remember yesterday when Krasmang and Daze were just throwing each other? And oh my god, it has been so much fun.
When he's on the X-Men.
I hope they get to spectate that.
And he's going to go ahead and try to put on a show against the lawyer.
Yeah, as a Vanguard, I see that pick, especially with the name Daze under it, and I wince a little bit. That is terrifying as you see the entirety of Liquid Citadel sweep the right side. A full flank commitment here from their team, and that's what they can stack on those Jeff bubbles and get that movement speed boost as a unit all through one bubble. Commitment comes through. Energy holding that Glartrox. Kraz, excuse me, pops immediately that shield and it gets answered, and that should be, oh my goodness.
Oh!
I was going to say, what an escape, but no,
I was about to say, yeah.
Energy cleans that up.
Woo! Yeah, that was very good. I thought you had me. No, they did. They definitely had all of them right there. And now, God, I love that Star-Lord voice line. Speedery going to get Daze out of there as well. Close the quick sun and get 11% in climbing for this team. So much value there in the pressure into the punish. Once again, Kraz going to jump off before, make sure that there's no long in between for the reset.
Yeah, and there is Kraz. Who's played great so far across this tournament, this preseason. Looking forward to seeing more of that Hulk play. Just going to peel a little bit and use those bubbles to help the backline through the dive. Brawl does a very good job into dive, folks, much like Poke beats a lot of that Brawl. That's kind of the triangle you see in these games. There goes the commitment now from Spark Chief. Under, looking for a combination. Does find one, but a great fade there from Cloak. Speedery still able to get the first pick once again. Make it two, Speedery.
This is a Speedery show.
This lawyer at this point needs to be hired by everyone. Absolutely dominant performance.
This lawyer needs to be hired by everyone. No, this is a Speedery show, bro.
Off the gas, buddy.
Legally dismantling them. I literally bit by bit as Paulie charged up, ready to go. 58%. The Q's all around. Doesn't even need Mjolnir for this fight against the villains of the swamp. Now looking for what is kind of just an awkward time of waiting. You usually want to push up to 1 point. They always take this right angle, Swamp does, and They want that because of Melophobia's setup for the Apex Predator, but Spark's going to take the battle right to them. There goes the Galartrox. He's caught right in the mouth, but is going to escape. Good bursting.
Oh, they killed
now
it.
The victory's painted in the path with Liberty Rush push forward.
Wow.
Oh my God, chat. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Unstoppable in the form of domination. The walls are unshakable.
Yeah, Pauly leading the charge consistently. You saw that
no
the Galartrox pulled back quickly, but
no
it was still
TP. He's going to try to touch point.
Before it gets value, and that's why it's very difficult to land those ults when the team has focus and understanding of when it's going to be committed. Melophobia is still finding one, though, on a Spark Chief. Is a good start here for Swamp, who needs something now, but are going to lose Kraz in the trade.
He did send it to overtime, but Liquid Citadel has too many ults, bro.
Huge, but no fade is available. Yep.
Oh,
there was
huge
some prep for that.
fade,
Good idea.
bro. Huge
well done
fade,
by
but
Valentina. Pauly trades that
it.
back onto Daze. Valentina with that trade as discussed. Energy looking for one here. Does take out two, and that will be game one. Team Liquid Citadel.
Another highlight reel from
Team Liquid Citadel is looking
yeah, I mean,
on
hey, what did I say
fire, bro. They are looking on fire. They look like
exactly where yesterday set
They look like YWL was a warm-up, and this is now they're playing like to their full strength, dude.
And obviously showed a little bit of what they were trying to get from it.
Oh my God.
But the adjustments, I'm telling you, all night, they could not stop thinking
my
about it.
God.
Who wants it more, Shib? That's who's going to come away in this best of 7 as we take a look at the stats. And how fitting,
bro.
Buddy. You saw it in his eyes. The feast of
Energy
anger.
11 finals.
Yeah, exactly.
Speedery
in my head, man. And
Energy 23 and 0. Speedery 22 and 3 with 12 final hits. Oh my God.
MVP to Pauly. 19 and 1, 9 finals. Speedery and Energy both getting 12 and 11. Over double the max of Melophobia on the side of Swamp. Really clean play there by Team Liquid Citadel. But again, folks, this is what they've been doing
it's a best
on
of 7.
Domination.
Anything can happen.
It is by no means the
and when
swan
I mean
song
anything
here
can happen,
for Swamp,
Liquid
who
Citadel
have been
can win a map or two, but Swamp Gaming is going to win at the end.
Convergence, but we'll see if that continues to be the tale right after this break.
Bro, Swamp chat, stop worrying, bro. Swamp Gaming's going to win. Stop worrying. Team Liquid had 7 matches or something to warm up. Swamp Gaming, they're waking up, they're stretching their bones, bro. This is their warm up. Now they're gonna lock in. Nah, bro. In defense of Swamp, Shrek had to go a while before he got his Swamp back. So Shrek rules it's okay if they lose a few. True, and also someone said Swamp has never won a Domination against Team Liquid Citadel, so it's fine. Now I'm gonna be poor because of you. Stop worrying, chat. Stop worrying. I got you guys. Have I ever lied to you? No. No. Also, I think they turned the... Did they turn up the volume? Did it get a little louder? Got a little louder. By the way, SQVDES, appreciate the massive prime sub, and also Garthography, is that how you say your name? Appreciate the massive prime sub. What way did Emily vote? Emily, what did you vote for? Say something in chat. You voted for number 2. Number 2 is... You voted Team Liquid Citadel. Why do you vote against me? The Reaper Dragon. Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub, my friend. Emily trusts me. I voted for Boba's prediction. Really? Chat. Who are you gonna trust? Are you gonna trust this beautiful thing, or are you gonna trust this?
And we're back. History repeats itself. This is pretty much exactly how this one went down last time around. Cozy, you talked about it already at the end of the cast, but it was Swamp Gaming who turned it around. Also, of course, Swamp Gaming, they're coming into this cold, right? We saw Liquid Citadel just getting a decent warm-up game against, we lost, whereas Swamp Gaming, they were just waiting for their turn. And that might sound like a cop-out, it might sound like an excuse, but there's something to be said about having hot hands going into a very important match.
No, for sure. And I mean, I know I'm a bit in a fever dream right now because I casted technically today, but is history repeating itself? Yes, it is, because they took it to Wakanda, this exact map, after the Dom that happened, and that was over on Hell's Heaven. So it's funny how things just rotate the way they do. They like
tell
the way
me
they
I'm a liar, and I will personally apologize if Swamp Gaming doesn't win this next game.
And this is that map, too, that they pushed it the entire way, Swamp, and then held them 0.1. That's like, not to say disrespectful, but that's like a big play. And that gets in the mental there of TLC, and it clearly worked last time. The question is, will it happen again? Because this is exactly like history repeating itself with a 2-0 on Dom, like you're saying, and then going into the next match, you got to hope things switch up here if you are a fan of Swamp.
Watch.
Did you get the sense that Swamp was ready for what Liquid Citadel rolled out with?
Yeah, absolutely, and we'll dive into that in the pig ban phase as they adjust for it, Zoe. But for me, it feels like even though you might know what your opponent is going to play, it's not always easy to get the counter up.
That is so true. Well, Swamp Gaming got to give their A game here on their map pick of Hall of Jala. That's exactly where we went last time, and they came out on top. Can they do it again? Let's find out.
Well, Ship match 2. Once again, we're back here. 2 Wakanda maps back to back, and yeah, did speak with them a bit, and they did expect them to protect Speedery, but you can't stop what you can't stop.
If
right?
Swamp Gaming loses, I would unsub, but I can't because it's gifted. No problem, Lux. I'll make you a deal. If Swamp Gaming loses, I'll ban you.
What they continue to do, because it was only 24 hours ago, they banned the Loki to the Daredevil, to the Mantis, and Gambit last time they played on this.
Yeah, and it worked. It really did work, as we see the lockout there from the Citadel Swamp of that Ultron. There's that DD ban. It'll be matched on both sides. They don't want Days to get a hands on that either.
Mantis?
Yeah, that could be. I was going to say, or Vanpool, which is not bad at all, because you know, we just talked actually to Paulie, who says, if Vanpool's on the table, I'm running and feeling like a very confident Vanpool who can apply pressure to that back line without overcommitting too much, can kind of play that main line, can fit into like a brawl, dive, poke, and do virtually everything. So you can stay in the front and just pepper back line through, which is always good too, so you don't have to fully commit to that dive comp.
For sure, and it just changes up completely how those Vanguards play, right? It's funny with that Mantis being available for like the first time ever after they banned back-to-back. Was expecting potential for that to happen because you got to get the Daredevil first out or the save happens, as they just did. And they saw what happens when speed gets their way. Now their speedery bans are in effect.
They are not banning Hulk, and they're not banning Wolverine. So remember what happens when Days and Krasmang get Hulk and Wolverine on this map.
There was a lot of times yesterday where like they lost the fight because of a portal push through and the resilience from it.
Yeah, point 2. I remember that exactly. That's a great call. And then they're just like, all right, if they were able to clutch through a portal play like that, let's not allow that to happen. And I mean, shout out again. I mean, Days is also discussing on Strange, similar to like Kendrick. So it's 2 birds, 1 stone, as we can see now. It seems like the idea, folks, for those who are looking at this, for Team Liquid Citadel is go ahead and have this Mantis comp swap.
No TP
and then we'll just ban everything else that seems to be a problem for us in our comp.
Ban, in my opinion.
It's working on game 1.
Very risky, because if
you
ban Doctor Strange, there's a lot of other things that they can play, but you are taking out the portal strat, and every single team uses the portal strat, especially for overtime.
That is Ultron.
So that Strange ban is very interesting.
On the Wolf instead, so I'm actually much more comfortable there. Fastball special coming right at you, hype and hot. Porky Dog gonna go ahead and load the team up with the jump and the kidnap, and this is what won them a lot yesterday. Shib, Days in the kidnap, he would get often.
I said Swamp Gaming is going to be. Well, I thought YWL was going to make it, but I think Swamp Gaming is going to be Team Liquid Citadel.
Off the map or into the team for the feast.
Yeah, he's a problem on this hero. He's up in the conversation for one of the best, and same with DD too. But you know, going against another fellow dominant DD player, so that is up in the air right now.
Krasmang, chat. It's going to be a Days and
so you know how
Krasmang
scary that tackle can be. Frontline staying as Kras is going to be on that Hulk. Mello, obviously, as well on that Elsa. So Elsa matched once more. Energy coming out on top last time. Can it happen again?
Alrighty, now looking to go up the main street. They typically took that upper ground where Kras is right now. We're going to go jump right into it. There's that kidnap into Spark Chief. Immediately deleted is the symbiote.
He died before he could even touch the floor.
Done and dusted. Energy, though, going to
try to died before he could even touch the floor.
That's going to also stop all that XP, which really helps enable the team on the defensive front. Look at that once again.
That's the only one, Gry6. That's my only IRL channel.
And you can see the passive pop there on the Wolverine from Daze. And there's the re-engage from Spark from downtown. Going to be right out the spawn door through the left side. You can actually retake point if you're able to use that swing properly right outside the spawn door. Clean play to get back there fast. Made that happen with a huge dunk. But the pressure being owned here by Swamp Gaming. Have point priority halfway through this cap right now. TLC walking back at him heavily, though. Now goes the boundary, matched at the moment by Nero. Fox is unleashed. Does it get value? For the moment, not quite yet, but the Glortrox gets launched.
Oh,
and it
that's
is going to be an answer from Nero. Goodbye to the Fox as it is launched back out. I'm not sure it's as valuable.
Energy's Glortrox hit the wall. Zero value.
Zero. Trying to find more, and there it is. Nothing but the Kumaho going to go down, and that's the value of that second life. This is the exact same thing as yesterday. That value from the Apex Predator. Valentina picks up Spark Chief, and at this point, as we get the level upgrade,
appreciate it, Gry6. It means a lot. Emily edits all of our IRL videos and also records them as well.
She's with a huge tackle. Daze able to take out Energy after Energy finds the first pick. Forky onto Cooper, and that will be a first point cap there for the side of Swamp. And what I like to see there from Valentina is waiting for that E to be popped from Venom and using that trance to pull Venom in and make it more vulnerable. Making the switch now to Luna as it's more of a streets phase, front to back.
What are we doing pressing Q up there for Venom and Spark Chief? I don't know why that one came out. Maybe just trying to get a quick pick, but either way, it wasn't going to be much of a difference maker and didn't change off the hero either. So a misplay, but not too much. I kept talking about Daze, man, just opening up
what's happening with Team Liquid Citadel? Someone replaced Team Liquid Citadel's water with vodka, chat. I don't know what's going on right now.
Scattered with the finish and the flush. Perfection. All of them now pushing back, not allowing any space, even with the spawn doors inches away.
Yeah, I mean, Energy used Glortrox seconds ago and already at 93%, which is absolutely insane. I mean, Melaphobia doing the same, but just slightly actually in front of Energy there, so you can just notice how much damage was dealt in that moment. Teams elect to try to hold here inside of this garage as the new early, like, essentially point hold for the streets phase and try to buy as much time as possible, but they did get some free space prior. No portal committed to get there quick. I mean, they need it as more of an answer. But Valentina going to find the first pick on a Poly, and we all know how valuable that is on someone that is discussing on that hero. Energy with Glortrox does get launched, finds two. Oh, but gets exiled to make sure it cannot be followed up on. Still is able to take out one.
They still got a kill, but he was exiled. I've never seen that before. Oh, dude, Krasman, Hulk gameplay is so insane, chat.
Scripted any better now. Scatter finds the Spark Chief in both vanguards. Down and out, Poly back with the team as the Legends are up, going to force the pop of the boundary. To go and rotate over. That's enough value in itself, Shib, oftentimes. Valentina, though, ready for the show as well to follow the Kumaho. Will lead the charge into what Spark Chief does. That's what they like to do. Cooper, though, has continued to find value yesterday. 2 eats were not enough to get the job done. Will it be today? Van Hammer is on the shark, but doesn't matter. Waiting patiently, and there it is. Going to go to get his own teammate. Unfortunately, nothing from that.
Yeah, just trying to use it to avoid that ult in the moment. It's not a horrendous idea, but I do think there was some other answers. Just looking for something, but they all kited backwards. Good movement by Swamp, who's coming in with the dance floor. No fear here. Everybody, when you're moving like this, can play aggro. Forky finds Cooper, and that's going to be one up. Energy trades that back into Melaphobia, so that's going to be an advantage and the Elsa advantage. Tackle comes in onto Nero. Again, if the Fox goes down, doesn't really matter because you're back in form. Teleports away, and that's kind of value there from Nero in the end of the day, as it was a lot of commitment. Spark Chief going in with a feast. Lands heavy onto the back line. Can they clean it up? Energy
that was a huge ult by Spark Chief. A lot better than his last one.
Now stepping up to find a three-piece and push them back to the door.
Massive.
Because that was the big difference from yesterday, Shib.
I don't know what Daze was ulting, though. Daze hit up the Fox ult, but then, like, what did he ult to?
Down and out. 1 minute 45 now. Glortrox ready and loaded, and right now, if you're Swamp, really now just got to play kind of clean in this neutral. It's going to be back-to-back. A lot of early play. These teams love, though, to get the job done right there without the Qs. Fastball special ready. Get ready to see this man fly. The X-Men up in this air, and there comes the Glortrox first from Energy. Going to come up empty, but frozen in the trap of Diablo is the whole game. God punching, thirsty for more shit, but nothing from it.
And here goes the new engage now. Wow, Energy on the Daze, and that passive being gone was very valuable. I'm sure that communication was made to the team to allow that initiation to happen. There is more drop back. Scatter able to find Nero to trade it once again, and that just seems to be the case.
Absolutely
if somebody
insane.
goes down, it always is answer to positioning was maybe overextended for a proper reason. Pauly gonna dive in, gets tackled out of the sky though. That was huge to push away. The whole team believes they have the pressure from that freedom charge, but they don't. What an answer. Valentina takes out Speedery again. Kraz, huge moment there as Melaphobia able to clean up Spark Chief.
Huge, and they have Glartrox. Right? This is huge. This is huge for Swamp Gaming.
To see, and no different here in Marvel Rivals.
They could use this to force the C9
for an aura, as well as the pick and the finish.
He missed everything. He missed everything.
2.73 left. They want to take and continue this hold. Down goes one. Melaphobia going to find that spawn room. Instant value now as the show goes on. Coachella's here live. Valentina keeping the team alive. Kraz, man, getting one.
Trying to bide time on point here using that feast. Driving backline, the communication was made to get on point. 1 meter left and available. It's going to be difficult here for Spark to hold on, but doing so somehow. Great healing in the backline. There's a big ultimate there. The last stand comes through, and the pressure alone was all that was needed as Scatter takes out Pauly, and point 2 have been taken by the Swamp.
Dude, that was disgusting juggling. I mean, from Kraz there at the end, and then just absolute perfect pressure and push. Didn't have to use much outside of that, and that... This could be tough, though, because going into what is such a last point to take, they don't have much. Forky at least will have a bit of a defensive effort.
In my opinion, I think Cooper gets off the Jeff and goes...
Cooper
has... Cooper, if not the best, is one of the best.
Comes up empty.
Loki's. I just don't understand why he plays Loki.
That is consistent.
Wow, that is being down an ultimate charge there. Scatter now committing towards backline.
Also, he stunned the person ulting again, chat. Did you guys see that?
Great focus by the backline.
That's insane.
As they do also find value through it. Pauly goes down once again.
Loki is not banned for Citadel, chat. Loki is banned for Swamp Gaming.
As they are still keeping this pressure. They had 1 minute and 11 to push this forward. They still have 36 seconds, and they've got this thing moving quickly. They want a full 3-piece cap like they did yesterday.
Listen, in my opinion, Nero should, they're running kind of dive though. Nero should get off White Fox, go like Invis Woman or Cloak and Dagger, and then Cooper go Loki, and they have a much better team comp, much better healing, 2 support ults. I don't think White Fox is a good support ult. Good neutral, horrible support ult.
As now comes the Kumaho, gonna go ahead and flush on it now. The Glartrox out and ready. Melaphobia fighting Pauly.
Jesus.
Wow, that was a massive Glartrox. Not only gets rid of the Kumaho Unleashed, but also able to take out Pauly, who had ult available. And we know that would have been massive in this. Spark able to trade after Daze and Kraz do the same. Energy takes out Scatter. Speedery on to Daze. It's not over yet here. TLC does not lose this as they're holding on tight.
They don't have portal. They have to stay on point. They have no portal.
A huge slice.
Oh, huge.
Melaphobia gonna be in a tough spot trying to make that chase happen. And Melaphobia is juking for the moment. And wow, that was disgusting moving back to the dance floor to stay healthy.
How did you not do that? Speedery!
The dinner. Predator is activated in Prey is surviving and doesn't even need to get the finish and the meal. They hold them to 2. Liquid Citadel now on the offense.
And folks, that is a good push, as you gotta consider yesterday Swamp held Liquid Citadel on .1 before they could even cap and get that thing moving. So this is going to be a decent push for them, but it is absolutely winnable here for Team Liquid Citadel, who I'm sure having that in their mindset.
No, absolutely, man. And I mean, listen, there's a lot of things done well. Obviously, man, that Speedery rotation, insane to stay up through it all. I mean, I feel like they did a lot of the same game plan. Shib, what stood out to you, though, where they were able to hold so strong? Obviously, tough point to take. Like, that is not an easy one. Anything else, though?
Yeah, I think the switch at the end there, I actually really like the switch from Speed to go towards that side because they were essentially diving together with Nero. And you can see that set up a few times on cam there where they're playing with each other, hard committing onto the backline and finding one. And that's really all you need. But, you know, obviously it was answered after that fight there by Melaphobia with a disgusting ult. But either way, that pressure and trying to pick off Luna, who can deal so much
either way, we all get to go to bed early.
Is very valuable. So that's
when Swamp Gaming ends up winning all 4 games, we'll be able to go to bed and have a great time.
Speedery swipe on in and click a couple buttons, goodbye, gone. But can still do that to such success with like such little time to react, right? We've seen that with the Elsa, but that's what's like Psylocke's specialty in a lot of ways is the burst, quick combo.
What's going to be really, Emily, I think we could skip dinner tonight because to be honest with you, when Swamp Gaming wins, I think the Team Liquid Citadel tears from everyone crying that I was right and they should have voted with me, and they lost all their channel points. I think I'll be full
on that defensive angle.
Oh, really? Taking a lot of damage there. Forky able to drop back. Daze in a tough spot, but still has that passive. Can play more aggro. Scatter trying to build out quickly. Energy doing the same. Applying so much pressure on Melophobia and is able to find that pick. And that is a huge Elsa trade. Daze trades with Polly. That attention was the whole goal. Whoa, that movement was insane in the sky there from Daze. That's a high sense right there.
Dude, what I'm telling you, there's abilities that Daze has on Wolf that I know. What team up is he? Is the flying one? Because I got to continue to find it. I just know it comes from Torch. But either way, waving at you is
Cozy's pretty funny.
Which pushes the team back. But good job to answer, just like that. Scatter going to go ahead. Back in those upgrades.
If Swamp Gaming loses, Jay sleeps on the couch because I don't sleep with losers.
Proc, I believe, is the passive. They're taking the whole fight back to it. You're going to go ahead and see Spark Chief down a bit of danger, popping his cooldowns, and Energy finds a big one. Kraz going down, forcing out Valentina to use the sustain, and this is exactly what they want with the point close to take.
And there are some answers for that. You can try to use, well, Cooper's thinking Jeff, but that will be faded as they're, Oh, one less. It's a surprise. Might have found a few there. Tries to land Glortrux and anyone that tries to juke in that moment.
Are we playing the same game, bro? Don't ult the voices. What are we? Energy, you're better than that.
Forky committing the boundary. Speedery trades one, but Daze on a Spark Chief.
If ulting air and listening to the voices in your head was the qualifications of becoming a pro player, especially in the grand finals, I'm gonna sign up. Chat. Jay3 MRI 2026 next stage.
9 HP and a Dream does that. Wow, clean movement there.
I mean, just W to see Forky Dog there and the perspective
Energy,
of him
bro.
as the
Come on, man. You're better.
He gets inside at the perfect moment, and then they've got the pseudo ult and the cloak bubble that just keeps everybody up through the madness. Melophobia has the Predator ready. Look for them to use this so aggressively as they always do to farm up the next one and press go. Here comes Monster Hulk, though. It's
I don't think.
Kraz
okay, yeah. Swamp Gaming needs to run forward, help Krasming. Wow, he actually got out.
I'm trying to find Solus and pump up that ult charge for the strats.
Yeah, it's a great hold so far. We'll see else here in a minute as we have a flyby. We have Beast of the Abyss diving in and going to be answered shortly. I mean, Melophobia with a big Glortrux opportunity. Polly going to start up with a Freedom Charge. We've seen, getting exiled right at the door here. Everybody's collapsing in heavy, and it's working out for them. Just a full snowball comp, bringing us back to, we lost, and it does work as they take this point. Liquid Citadel are not done yet, and they've already pushed farther than they have yesterday.
Yeah, Spark Chief getting a lot of value from this Venom compared to yesterday, at least in a lot of these matchups. Daze was able to be the complete server admin, Game Shark activated on this map in particular, and they, even though I've had to deal with them, doing a much better job in the terms of communication, Shib. It's what you like to see if you're a fan of the TLC. Now Cooper, only one with ult, and you're going to be close behind as he always is. See how Melophobia chooses the off angle, always trying to find a pick.
Yeah, I just think
remember, the strange ban is a really good pick. They can't teleport back to point.
It does force.
Can't teleport back to point. Can't force another fight.
In cloak form, which, if you don't have ult out, is going to be a tough look. Polly just an escape off from the right side angle, try to drive some attention in that direction, and that's what Cap does. Going to re-engage when they least expect it. Everybody healed up now and resetting as the next fight commences.
Let's relax here.
It's a great call out, man, because that phase form, oftentimes when you're not playing with teammates that are always aware of you, you got to pop it whenever Venom pressures you. Here, they know just to hang on to it. Kraz, Melo, get 2, 3, make it complete wipe. Going to be clean in the neutral. Forky Dog also has that invis. They did use the scatter ult, but other than that, and that was just a fight win on always around.
Cooper with ult available. Energy, Nero in the same vein as Speedery. Look over Forky Dog, Melophobia, soon to be Daze for Swamp as answers. Ult advantage in the favor of Liquid Citadel, but Swamp has a fight they can lose in terms of positioning, but the boundary gets committed now. Daze almost in a tough spot. Still holding on to that passive. Melophobia with Glortrux available as well. Is going to land something huge here. You see it coming with a two-piece.
Okay, that's
collides
better.
Into that side.
But it hits the wall.
It hits the wall. But the bubble is an answer. Well done there. As the cleanup comes as Cooper falls now. Melophobia with 1. More commitment as the Glortrux is his answer, but that one does not land. Daze
ulted the Fox, and then after she transformed, just picked her up and stole and kidnapped her. Oh my god. Dude, that happened like in a blink of an eye.
Crazy about Cooper on Jeff right now, especially with that
was so
on the other
fast,
side they can do with Valentina. But we'll see if they adjust from here. You got obviously the team up. That's also going to get that healing so much for that team and ready. But Shib, time is evaporating just like that. The chances to take map after map again follows. Krasman has the ult. Monster Hulk ready to roll.
I need to learn Wolverine, bro. I'm going to learn Wolverine.
These Beasts of the Abyss. Let's see what he goes with.
Goes under now. That is a huge land. Everybody's antied in that moment, but the answer comes through from Valentina. Really well played.
Huge jolt by Valentina. Huge jolt.
And leading them right back to the door, and they cannot handle it. They do not have an answer right now. Maybe that Glartrox to pull off if available, but it's very difficult to make that happen on the timing because a lot of the best of these C&Ds are staying there in that cloak form so that they can immediately fade should they need to upon ending that ultimate. Because if you are in that form, you will end in that form after using the ult. Yeah. As starting up once more with the throw.
I gotta say, Shib, the bubble has got to get pulled out before Valentina can use it there to protect from that Venom ult, right? Because you're trying to go for the pop and the perfect cooldown with the ult, and every time it's healing right whenever that cooldown pops, and you're not able to get the secure on the strategist. It's the only way you can on Venom, and they're answering every time.
Nice
really
shot.
Play from Valentina.
Shot.
I love what I'm seeing. Scatter gets Polly out of here, throws the middle finger now towards what is going to be a Jeff running for their life as well. And the pop the elephant gun sends
Swamp Gaming has really good healer ults. Swamp Gaming has a very good team.
Like
very good team.
Is the only thing to the
great
name.
coordination.
They can't even
great teamwork. I mean, so does Team Liquid Citadel. Everyone just these teams are like some of the best teams. I mean, they are the best teams.
Doing it right now. TLC's got a lot of space to take here, a lot of yardage to move forward.
Come on!
Not able to do that just yet. Commitment. The big tackle coming in from Daze once more. The combo right here with this Hulk on Kraz has been just such a problem. Melophobia driving them a mile away with a tackle, able to find one onto Energy, and that is just clean play once again.
Oh my gosh, with the Berserker Rage and 3 stun just like that. Nero going down to 0 very quickly.
Cooper, you gotta switch the shark, bro. Switch the shark. Even though it is very satisfying to see the shark get clapped, you gotta. It's like that GIF, chat. Have you guys ever seen that GIF where Hulk is curb stomping Jeff? He has to get off, bro. I don't think that was a good pick. He switches now to go in this, but it's a little too late, bro. Wait. People said J3 was very quiet the way that Swamp Gaming got held on third point.
Back heavy.
Where are you guys now?
Back with a vengeance, and they are going to tie things up 1-1.
Where are you guys?
That was unbelievable.
Notice how I'm cool, calm, and collected because I already know what the outcome's going to be. I already know what the outcome's going to be.
This is what we highlighted yesterday. There was nothing of big.
Hold up, let me show you guys.
The Venom not successful. All the Glartroxes came up empty, right? Like. There was an answer in a position for every which situation. They were playing this spawn like it was theirs, my man. I mean, that was confidence oozing and why they took it to this map.
Yeah, they just had answers for Polly, too. They did a great job marking him, as you can see in the stat line. Not a lot of finals across the board here besides Energy, which is to be expected up at the top. But, folks, we are heading to Game 3. 1-1 tie. We'll be back right after this break.
Is it downstairs? Can you bring it to me for a second? Oh, here, I'll get it. Chat, give me 1 second. I got you. Okay, chat. I don't want to show you guys my secret, but I'm gonna show you guys my secret on how I'm always right with predictions. You ready? Hey Google, turn off my office light. It has to be dark. Hold up. Who is going to win between Swamp Gaming and TLC? Okay, the voices. They're talking. You have Swamp Ass. What? I think that means Swamp Gaming, chat. Oh my god. Oh my god. Swamp Gaming's winning, chat. I can predict everything. Hey Google, turn off my light. Oh, what did the stats look like? I didn't get to see it.
To game 3, 1-1 tie. We'll be back.
Damn. Melophobia 30-5, Days 30-5, Scatter Genji 30-5, Krasmang 20-2, 40,000 healing by Forky Dog, 52,000 healing by Valentina. Massive W. Yeah, bro, this is the problem right here. This is the problem right here. 9,000 more healing and then like what? Like 14,000 more healing, chat? Nah, bro. Listen, Cooper, I love Cooper. Smart kid, great player. You got to get off the Jeff, chat. I don't think the Jeff was helping him. I don't.
Right after this break
is what happened yesterday, but honestly, you could just tell we're looking at the best two teams in America. The way they play, the synergy in between them is to an all-time maximum. And man, the strategist play. If you're a fan of the role, you were watching the GOATs at it. Yggdrasil path is going to be our destination. Asgard Shib is where we find ourselves for match 3. If you're looking at Liquid, it just felt like the big plays really never came out. I wanted to see Spark Chief kind of bait out some bigger cooldowns earlier, and Cooper being on the Jeff for too long. Those are things I didn't love. What about yourself?
Yeah, I mean, in terms of things that I thought were disgusting, was the Peel Wolf alongside that Hulk. That Hulk bubble was so valuable. Like you said, stopping the Jeff. I didn't love the Jeff play just because there were so many answers. Valentina had no issue ulting ever. Never felt pressured. Always had huge ultimates. 52k healing, over 12k over the opposition, 14k, I believe. I mean, it's obscene. It seems like they had no pressure back there.
No, they really didn't. Like, Swamp Gaming clearly had the answers to what was coming out of the gates for Liquid Citadel. Can they do it again? Last time around, they went up in the series on map number 3. Of course, different map this time around. So let's see who's going to come out on top.
Alrighty, Ship. I mean, Yggdrasil path always feels built for the iconic moments of the Game 7s. Me and you have been able to do some great ones with them, and I love this map. Now, last time, map 3, they banned the Wolf after that, right? Because you had to stop it. And then they kind of stopped banning the Wolf from there. So I'm curious if history there repeats itself, because again, Days, especially on this map as well, this is going to be a scary one. You would know that well as a Vanguard man.
Oh, yeah. I think Wolf plays great here. There's a lot of corner angles you can tackle around that allows your team to just kind of get free value on every single pull. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm surprised because Kraz is looking so good on this Hulk, too. You know, stats don't really show well for Hulk. The value really is in that exile, those bubbles, and, 41k damage blocked up there with some of the most, even alongside of that Venom, right, of the 43k from Spark. So big value there, but I'm with you. I don't know if the Wolverine ban's a play, because you can still just go over to that, as you see, Daredevil, which is getting banned out now, and there's just so many answers for both sides. It's so crazy.
The meta is in chaos shambles, and I love it, right? Like everything, I think I saw this too. Everything feels good, everything feels bad. There's so many answers for just incredible amounts of tough situations. You got this strange ban, which I think we're going to be seeing for the rest of this night, but the Wolf save coming in, and that's the answer what they did last time in fear of what might happen.
I got a business email saying
here for them.
Someone said again, I was a noob White Fox because I attacked too much when I had 17,000 damage and 20k healing.
Vanpool's also really good into Wolf, and you could expect the Wolf coming. Honestly, I think that you mentioned, what do I think I wish I saw? They saved Vanpool, I believe, last time, if I'm remembering correctly, and never played it. They ran the cap, and obviously Polygon cap is a problem, but struggled heavy because Wolverine is constantly playing the peel game, and cap has some escapability, but Vanpool, you can pop that damage reduction. Next thing you know, you can turn it on them, and you have plenty of time, a ton of escape, a ton of movement cooldowns. You have an ultimate that'll keep you healthy. You have solutions to the Wolverine, and that is something you need right now.
Yeah, one thing, I said yesterday, and I'm going to say again today, this is, I don't want to say must win, but it's close to it for Liquid Citadel. They cannot allow 2 to fall. We've talked about the mental ship of these teams in Swamp with getting the loss early. We saw how they handle adversity, and they respond greatly. Yesterday, the mental kind of hit heavy there for Liquid Citadel. Pauly hates losing. We can tell it, and it just happened. Just got that loss. So now we're going to go ahead and head to Asgard. They like to flex the golden fart. We're not going to see the team up, but we have seen little flashes of golden fart. Have you even seen that team up in your ranked matches once, my guy?
Never have I seen the fart cloud. I'm going to be honest. It's funny to see, and it could get some value. Obviously, getting a change here in the recent season, a little more getting those heals back quicker as you land shots.
I'm going to email him back, bro.
I've never seen it, at all. I think he's been taking a heavy step back since he lost that 15% of his healing.
I was just going to ask at the break, do you think they pull out the thing, phrasing Cozy, but do you think this happens because
do they whip out the thing? What? Cozy on
broadcast?
broadcast?
For that Wolverine, and obviously one that they can fear and answer to a lot of the time, and just stop what has just been this pickoff of pickoffs on the Vanguards. But here we go, man. This could be an answer, and I like the play. Oh, boy.
Yeah, you can see... Wow, what a pick there by Scatter onto Cooper. You can see they're really putting a lot of stock into this Wolverine and fearing the Wolverine. I'm surprised that Van Poel maybe isn't getting the play that we might have thought, as down goes Pauly. And another pick for the side of Scatter is looking clean off the rip here on this smart play, honestly, across the board here from Swamp.
Yeah, Sue stomped, man. I can't believe that he got that kidnapped of on all heroes, that Invisible Woman. Such a hard hero to grasp with that escapability, but here we go now, seeing the lines of poke. This is a bit of an awkward thing. Sometimes we like teams to push up here. Other ones want to hold the line. And wow, what a LeBron! With the right click of the baseball right into energy. The freeze now, and this is just shutting down the door.
Did he say LeBron and then a baseball?
Liquid's going to have to adjust fast because Spark Chief's about to take a quick trip as well. We're going to rotate back.
Yeah, it's a tough Vanguard line to go into group with. You can charge off walls, but... You know, if the team doesn't have focus on those walls, you will struggle. Huge ultimate there with the Strangling Prison. Can they combine off it? They can. Forky got to find three. Melophobia with one. Disgusting ult there by Kraz, who used a wall to propel himself upward and then find it, over top of some of those shield answers from Pauly. A huge Strangling Prison. Disgusting play, Kraz.
The big man gets big plays with a whole Groot. Doesn't matter. Man gets it done. Cap. Absolute crazy flexibility and keeping the top level of performance.
In my honest opinion, Swamp Gaming is the better overall team because they do win the convergence, they do win the they win the payload, they win the hybrids, but they don't. They get pretty close, I guess, in the dominations.
How do they answer?
But
comes out, thing is down.
Liquid Citadel is a lot better in the Liquid Citadel is better in the team deathmatch.
James from 3,
which
able
is
to
domination,
find one
in my opinion.
there, make it 2. Valentina on to Pauly. Energy falls to with Melophobia. And that is just, again, another speed. But
huge
in Liquid Citadel, a ton of ults available.
I mean, you can still feel the rim shaking from that slam dunk. And it's just one ult at a time, right, man? It's all they need to just keep on stopping what has been this push. Liquid has everything. Like, they're not committing, at least. But it's time to. Minute 28 seconds. Everything on the line. This is feeling like a must-win situation. Spark Chief does have his clobber time up and ready to go, and the show is on as Valentina throws down the K-pop song, and is going to rotate back. Needs some health and help, but now it's going to be Pauly. All eyes on him. Not a lot of Elsa from them, but going to play it now. Melophobia, though, finds Figure in the back, and there goes one. The rest are looking to fall. Have to rotate back once again.
There's just so much fear of this Wolverine that I think it's leading itself into being a very tough comp to get around this corner with right now, and there's going to be ults gaining quickly here for Swamp, who should have advantage in this next fight once again. Folks, only 52 seconds available on this attack, and it seems like TLC is crumbling. They're in the same headspace as yesterday when they went down.
It just feels like Cooper is playing a bit off as well, man. Like this is just not the team of perfection that we're used to seeing in these certain moments, but either way, this fear is activated. Forky Dog keeps him up and healthy. Clobber time slam down, say the line. He does, but nothing comes from it as Dinner Time comes out and the feast is abound, but nothing going to come from it. Good punches with it. Groot going to go ahead and just get the Spark Chief. Nero finds Daze, says good night. And just like that, they finally get a bit of a push. But Ship, they don't have strength, so you win this fight. The 6v5, you win the point.
Yeah, and at this
like
point,
last game, I don't think they should have ran the jet for so long. And then even, I think,
this could be a disgusting play. It is! Come on!
Oh my god! Even Cozy.
Now, folks, we have
even Cozy said that like they
will be taken.
Cooper's not playing well.
Play back. That was a disgusting idea. Well played by the side of Team Liquid Citadel.
Yeah, honestly, I love the Wolf here. I think Wolf is definitely going to be the play moving forward when Speedery does not have access to those heroes. We saw it a bit yesterday, but not enough from the iconic duelist that we've seen in the scene now. Year 1 to year 2.
The only thing that scares me about doing these watch parties is that we're showing so many people that Wolverine is crazy, and a lot more Wolverine players are going to make like tank players just non-existent.
Left, the leash of Valentina. That's the only thing they need at this point. Shib can move forward with ease. Forky Dog does have the invis. Going to try to save the boundary if I were to guess here. Don't want to waste it too early with plenty of time to go.
Yeah, they're finding more answers through more traditional means as Polly is going to be on that Magneto.
Off angle.
Sky is hit here from Scatter, but Melophobia able to find energy, and that's a big trade. As once again, Elsa mismatch now. Out goes the boundary from Cooper, though, on TLC. Meteor M is up, trying to eat some of this damage, looking for somebody, looking downtown. Oh, well, what a shield there from the side of, I believe, Forky Dog, as Polly cleans up Kraz in that fight.
Good. Wow.
Yeah, misses a 3-pointer, but gets the 2 right after with the left, right. And there's Melophobia. These off-angle ship. I keep watching this because Spider Island yesterday.
Oh, yeah, I'll get it. Sorry,
finds an angle
I'll
to get the
hit in a second.
And the pressure. And
I'm sorry.
Again, here it is. Cooper is not going to be able to escape, but he does. Perfect backup, but still finds himself the
hidden.
hunt.
My bad, bro.
Spark
I appreciate the massive dono. J3, you're my favorite streamer.
10 seconds left here.
Favorite streamer. Fuck, just missed it. I'm sorry.
All about these big ultimates now. Daze holding on to that last stand. Kraz, the similar situation, could be a big strangling prison. Can they go back to back here? Nero and Spark with ults available. There is that Berserker Rage. The last stand comes through, able to clean up Speedery from the chaos. To start there, but again, that is an ult out for Daze. Time still on the clock of 45 seconds, trying to walk them to the door. Not allowing a portal play should it be needed, but it's a little too early for that to be considered just yet.
Holding down the W, trap set and ready. Diablo hungry and same as the Swamp, setting up the messy conditions to take down the Fortress of Citadel. Now with the quick kidnap, once again, the Groot ult to try to set down the back line of these strategists, forcing the Kumaho thing, throws down the Clopper in time now as the Galartrox comes for more.
Oh, no.
That's a lot of Qs, but nothing up for Swamp. Now it's a slam down in the fist, and the entire Liquid Citadel collapsed into this Swamp and lay that foundation.
Oh, and Speedery tries to hard engage there, try to get that out quickly, look for the backline, but they do escape and not able to make it through that tight corridor. But this could be a big last stand opportunity. Alt advantage here for the side of TLC. This is their fight to lose. Energy with the Galartrox through this corridor.
No teleport, chat. Remember, no teleport.
Scatter going to have Meteor Ramp potentially in this fight. Forky with another answer. Valentina. It's all about can they make this happen now. Trying to get Valentina before she can ult, and bang! Down goes Valentina. The last stand is available for them to tackle outside, and they are going to consider it and make it happen. Well played by Team Liquid Citadel once again. Swamp Gaming now playing on their heels.
The animal is on the loose and the show is canceled. Valentina now stuck to the point.
I think last time these teams played, the card stopped right there too.
They couldn't do yesterday. They could not finish on the clutch moments. Doing it twice now.
I think that's what Cozy literally just said too. That's funny. Cozy and I are on the same wavelength.
Wow, this is just beautiful Marvel Rivals. So much fun to witness this level of play, as there's a lot of commitment and great communication. Again, you can just see what they're thinking prior to these fights. They're understanding what's going to be committed. Using that Galartrox by last stand to keep them out of that boundary was game winning, or at least point winning there, as we're going to see what Swamp could do here on point 3. Can they hold them? Scatter has ult available. Valentina as well. Up in the skies, that Meteor M now. Biding time and waiting, trying not to allow much value. Goodbye to Polly, who's stuck under that Meteor M in that moment.
Yeah, Polly with ult as well. Gonna go ahead and look as 46
Come on,
seconds.
Melophobia. This is your chance to carry the game, Melo. Come on. I mean, he's always carrying, but
relentless now, hunting for more like the Animal Planet. Predator,
hunting for more like the Animal Planet. Oh my God, that's awesome.
What can be had? We have the show ready Galartrox to boot and the Groot on the other side. We'll see how Polly responds to this defensively. What do you want to try to do with this Maggle here, Shib?
Yeah, if you're Polly right now, you're hovering the Q button, waiting for seeing Kraz play a little bit too aggressive. When you think that ult's going to be committed, you try to stop it, but instead, going to launch a little early and feed it right into the shield of the opposition's Magneto. Really smart play, heads-up play by Swamp, who now launch out with a combination Galartrox, but it gets stuck by their own wall from Kraz right there. Not able to make that one work.
This is your moment to shine, Daze.
Energy, so even
Bro,
smarter
all the
play
ults are not getting any value right now.
I apologize. Melophobia finds one. Forky, Scatter again. And that could be the hold here on
bro,
point 3.
Poor thing, man. Poor thing.
Nothing.
It's Clob.
2 points in.
That's a big. Hey, that's a good push, though. Good push to all you Team Liquid Citadel fans.
That was a
really
good push.
Well done. They got farther than they did yesterday. I'm pretty sure. Yesterday they got stopped on the second point, right before the second point.
I mean, the idea there that I think was super smart that I kind of miscalled at first, but then corrected is Kraz throwing out the wall inside of the boundary right before being eaten by the Galartrox that came out from energy. Actually saved potentially 2 lives and potentially the point there.
Nah, bro, you sound like one of my teammates that after we lose a team fight, just because we lost one team fight and the game just started, you're saying already GG's forfeit. Nah, bro. That was a good push.
Swap up. Nero's been playing a really great Fox, but I feel like with the comp they're going against, Shib, it just doesn't feel like
just because you didn't fully cap doesn't mean the game's over. Just because you got full held doesn't mean the game's over. You know how many games I won after getting full held, and we full held the enemy team back?
Pick. Valentina obviously repping Luna on their side, and it's been so fun. These teams put together for what has been a show in the making, buddy. We've got ourselves 2 to push. This can be a tough map. That point 2 is so hard to take, man, with that spawn right there. I'd put it up in the top 3 out of our maps, and so at least you've got that if you're a fan of Citadel.
Absolutely, and you can see here Liquid Citadel is going to try to run that triple comp, bringing us back a season here. So they're going to likely try to hold right up at the door. We'll see if they elect to do that, which will force Swamp into a spawn break comp, and that's why you're going to see that storm coming out, which I think was an idea even prior, but it does work well into a comp like this. They're going to try to play right on top of the cart and bide as much time. Portal back then, right onto that ramp to ensure a second fight, and then walk in for the third fight. So that is their idea here for the defensive side of Liquid Citadel. Here's the hold from Spark Chief. Going to start up early and just run away. Nice and slow and steady.
Run away,
yeah, Storm is brewing in Asgard. They did this in Spider Island as well. Melophobia on the Storm often. Days, though, on the Moon Knight was not there yesterday, and obviously such a perfect classic play from tier or stage 2 and 1 last year. Forky Dog gets a trade, but Cooper with the other, and that is where the old call back to the Animal Crossing. Rocket gets the res. Continue on the defensive effort and can allow that.
No Elsa energy. Chat, but you get a Storm and Moon Knight.
Yeah, it looked great on the mag too. A lot of duelists are able to play that mag, just understanding it's all about aim and patience.
Can you vote to surrender in this tournament? No, you can't.
There. Very difficult to play that thing into a group like this. Puts that wall behind and follows up. Kraz still holding this point. Trying to find another pick at the moment. Days now on that Moon Knight.
You're too kind, my friend.
Potentially see the switch here onto Strange if they can't make anything happen. Days finds one onto Energy. It's matched back once more as the commitment comes through from Valentina on that Eternal Bond.
Yeah, I like that bond to give him a little bit of safe room to push forward. Days and Co get more, and wow, they did that without even Khonshu lending a hand. So get ready, because the portal will be available, but you know what's going to be tough is when you've got the moon falling 1,000 miles an hour as they exit. Look at this setup. Are you joking me?
Sully, appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub, my friend.
They would never expect the moon from above. He's going to jump back and out. There
Welcome
comes
to the community.
Falling from the Egyptian god. No landing from it, though. Good rotation. Scatter finds one. That's a big one at that, as now the rocket's down and the BRB.
Wow, they're really trying to kill that storm.
Is up, slammed down his energy. No connection, Shib. Missing the cues all around.
I mean, that was a textbook re-engage, but even cleaner by the side of Swamp to be able to, even through some of those misses, still come out on top. I can't believe that. Really, really well played there. Not finding any value with the combination of the Strangling Prison into the Moon Knight, and instead just going to get picks in the neutral through that invisible boundary. So
I don't know how that Moon Knight survived. He literally just got hit on the face with a ball.
On that Luna, you mentioned Luna being very valuable in a comp like this. I do agree. Help break some of those walls and help poke that backline a little bit.
What a weird battle that was. I mean, you had Storms out, Khonshu out, the Groot ult, but nothing came from it. And then the show in the neutral to keep up the momentum. Man, Kraz has just been lethal with these fastball specials, not on Wolverine, but on Groot now. Valentina going to find another, and this is going to put a lot of pressure on them. The invisible boundary is up, but right now, great job from Citadel on point 1. This is an easy point in a lot of ways to get, but Spark Chief finding Days is going to cause the reset of damage, most likely. I
like the storm, but I really think like Glartrox down that hallway would have been so much better.
Dog activating that team of safety. They got to get the win here, Shib.
Yeah, and it's looking like they will. As a few picks come through, Valentina takes out Polly. Now trying to stay on Spark in those moments. Really good movement here by Melophobia up in the sky to on that storm, and that is going to be a pick well done by Valentina. It was a good focus on the energy. You can't escape that, can't juke that right there as Forky and Kraz find another, and there will not be another touch here. Probably will, not even going to elect to try, as they did buy some time, but his 3 minutes going to be enough.
Wait.
Girl, you nasty. That is crazy.
Nice.
Valentina is just so fun to watch. You can come back in-game client and watch the perspective of play. One of my favorite parts about that in-game. I might just go back and watch the Valentina play because there's so many clutch moments and small things. I was talking about that in the green room and the break. There's the iconic spray from Paulie. The man hates losing. You can see it in his eyes now in the cam. So going to go ahead and move on in. Try to set up this defensive front. This is where they've got to win, Shib. If it gets point 3, it's going to be all but over.
Yeah, bunker indeed busted there as Melophobia takes out Spark Chief. And that's going to be answered as Spark Chief comes right back into the fight with that BRB. The value of the BRB being ever more present on this point as they try to hold tight. Polly and Spark Chief making the switch to a more dive-oriented composition. But Valentina with this bond and another pick here onto the backline. Doing so well with this cloak. Just playing so smart and so clean like he called out there. And look at all this space that they have immediately from this group.
There's nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. Not even use that for the damage amplification, but just quickly there on the finish in the flush. There goes Valentina with the internal bond, now setting them up as Nero.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god. Oh my god. What a carry by Energy.
Joking?
Folks,
Polly
I want you to realize,
off as well. What
Energy
a
right there.
fat
Launch the Glartrox on the
Glartrox.
right side on top of the Eternal Bond, jump to the left side of point to pull them off bond, and cleaned 3 of them with the team. That is disgusting and probably something you maybe didn't even notice happened. What a clean play. Again, answering, burning an ultimate and getting value. That is what they needed to change this pace a little bit. But you know what? Days on this Wolves. Scatter with the Meteor Ram. Melophobia with another Glartrox are some decent answers as the commitment comes through.
Yeah, you can't teach that shit, right? Good push there on the invis just to make Speedery now slightly off angled, giving Melophobia plenty of coverage there to go ahead and say just that. Cheers, mate, moving forward. Absolutely perfect play there and great push there at the end from 4.
Oh, that would have been a good Glartrox top.
At the helm of Cap himself. Up goes Scatter, slams down the meter. I'm going to go and get a quick dash and finish.
No one died by that Glartrox, too. Polly with a fast popping of the ult.
Dashing. He can do this
that
all
was
day
huge.
As Sparky finds Valentina. Both strategists gone, Shiv. This is an easy opportunity now for Liquid to clean it up.
Liquid Citadel lost this map yesterday.
Those strategist cooldowns, and having
Gaming.
Cap and Venom do that is exactly what they needed. They are going to have Speedery there as well, so a lot more pressure on that backline that seems uncontested in these matchups so far. Very smart change in composition here for Team Liquid Citadel. Swamp Gaming not able to make those ultimates work. Is a tough look, but Kraz does have the Thing switch very close to having that ultimate in Days on the last stand. We know how strong that can be.
Now, when you have Venom with a little bit of a damage boost, you can do so much more. They might be waiting on Nero for that, but either way, just look for that slow with the delay pop of damage that they try to do so often with the Feast of the Abyss. He's been doing it solo a lot lately, but it's going to go in as well to use it as a tool for survival this time around. That's the other way you can use it, but quickly burnt down. 200 cannot get away, begging for the CC
poor guy, but he still gets res. That's why I think Rocket is so good. Even though you die, you still get a res.
Gaming needs to clutch this, or we will be heading into another map where Liquid Citadel will be up. They've done a great job defending this point here, and this is going to be their choice. The tackle comes through now. Cooper trying to deal some damage on to that last stand that does not get value, and that's another W in terms of a team fight here for the side of Liquid Citadel. The clobbering time's out, and it could be big. Energy trying to find an answer. Shuts down Forky. Quickly make it 2 here. Do I see a third? I do, and that should do it here,
Energy,
folks. The W
bro,
goes to Liquid Citadel.
No monster needed when you're a monster yourself. Energy seals the exclamation point on the win that
Energy, bro,
needed. It changed history once again, winning now the 3rd match. 2-1 is up. Ship, this is such a great BO7 in the making. Are you kidding me? For America's best team to move forward for at least a month heading into stage 1.
If we can look here at the stats, Melophobia with 14 finals, by far the most, even showing some storm play there, getting 0.1, but you know, it's not about stats, folks. That's why you can't stat watch. As you can look here, the value of just the pressure of just staying on that point and winning these team fights slowly but surely. Team Liquid Citadel coming out on top, folks. It is a 2-1 situation. We are heading to our 4th game.
You know what the problem was?
Right after this break.
Cooper got off Jeff. They got off of Jeff, what do you call it? What was it? Jeff, White Fox. They got off of Jeff and White Fox, and they actually win support characters, and now they're winning. It's not looking good for my marriage. Bro. Swamp Gaming felt so bad that yesterday they BTA Liquid Citadel. So now they just want to give them a little, give them a little lead, and then, they're gonna win. It's like racing. It's like racing against someone that's slow, bro. Ready, set, go. You let them run for a few seconds, let them get a little bit of let them get a little lead, and then you fly past them and end up winning and taking the gold medal and spitting on them because they lost. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. They're gonna win. I'm not even worried. Swamp Gaming is gonna win. No. Shouldn't the winner's side bracket have to lose twice? Technically, no. It does make sense, like, right? Sorry, my favorite song. It does make sense. Technically, you know, Swamp Gaming was in the winner bracket, and usually it is double elimination. Team Liquid Citadel lost already once. Swamp Gaming hasn't lost, but I think the benefit of being in the upper bracket is that on the last day, like today, Swamp Gaming didn't have to play previously. Team Liquid Citadel had do a whole match 4, right? They won 3-1. They did 4 matches prior to playing Swamp Gaming, so maybe they're a little tired. Maybe, you know, maybe they could be a little fatigued, but it doesn't look like it at all. That's like, I guess that you could say that's like the only benefit, but to be honest with you, this is just how it always is. Stay, why are you stuttering? Because I have a stutter? Is that a problem?
Welcome one and all, Zoe here, joined by Cozy and Iron Ship, and we are in the midst of the grand finals here in the preseason Americas, and wow, what a match that was. What an important win, Citadel, in order to gain the confidence again, right? But they played it so well.
I wouldn't say it's more of a benefit. There was a guy here complaining like the lower bracket team had to play so many games and whatnot.
And then also, of course, a lot of damage being dished out, even though a lot of their individuals were focused heavily. Looking at you, Spark Chief.
Oh, wow. This is going to a domination. Celestial Husk, that is why that game was so big for Liquid to win, because now, folks, they are undefeated. Perfect in the America region.
Wait, why would you take Team Liquid Citadel to a Koth map when Swamp has never beat Team Liquid Citadel in a Koth map?
They did it so well there. There's a lot of things to point out. But the way they constantly just kind of pressured that back line, maybe not always getting the value, but distracting key players. Mello had to go back, take care of Speeder. And then it's like the point kind of got lost and sustained and stopped. Time was out. And then it was just one team fight win from there.
Agreed. I think they struggled there on Hall to Jalia when they couldn't commit to the dive and the backline was uncontested the entire time. I mean, you saw what Forky and Valentina were able to do. No one was pressured, it felt like. And now, once they make that switch on point 2, because they struggled on point 1, they fully committed. They had not only the Psylocke and the Venom, but they also had the dive of Vanpool, then into Cap. And at that point, there was some serious pressure. Pulling out cooldowns that actually get value when you call them out, and then collapsing from there.
Yeah, great changes we saw there from Liquid Citadel in the midst of that series, and also like having Speedery as well as sorry, oh my god, and Spark Chief kind of being the sacrificial lambs in order to, like, you know, make them look any which way. It worked out for them. Can they go again?
Jay, tell me Swamp Gaming's going to win. My faith is wavering. Bro, I got it. They're going to win.
Get their crown. Let's find out.
Listen. Swamp Gaming is taking Team Liquid Citadel to their, what do you call it? To their playground, which is Koth. And they're going to beat them in their own game. Liquid Citadel is going to get demoralized because they thought King of the Hill was their best game mode. Swamp Gaming beat them at their own game. It's going to get tied 2-2. Swamp Gaming wins the next 2 games, 4-2. Swamp Gaming wins.
Yeah, and we are going to see the lock-in here. And this is the change-up. They said, all right, we struggled a bit with the Wolverine there. Let's try to find some value with the DD, which is going to be mismatched, and I believe it worked for him in the past. Why not do it again? But the mismatch change now is, instead of having that, oh, this is crazy, the Elsa and DD mismatch, we're going to see which gets more value right now on Domination.
Hey, that's putting a lot of trust in, you just said it, one of the best in days, right? So Days towards the end of that matchup yesterday was not getting the full follow-up. Energy kept finding them, and it was the exact thing we're running into right here. I would say that was on Krakoa, though. This is going to be on Celestial Husk, which I would give a little bit more room for, sneaking about and finding those opportunities for Daredevil. That's going to be the thing to watch, as Energy has got to keep his eyes forward, but also protect that important back line. Now, looking at the ban, Doctor Strange has been the call of the day, and I am all about
Liquid Citadel threw them a curveball, banned Elsa, and saved it for themselves.
Yeah, that's just been the story right now, and It didn't necessarily
the
work.
Teleport.
You know, I think the new solution that we're seeing from Team Liquid Citadel is if they're really struggling on a duelist front, he'll just run Star-Lord and get valued that way. The Vanpool mismatch is coming through as well. The Mantis mismatch. This is going to be, there's a lot here that I'm curious about how it lands when it's on the line. When you have that DD damage boost, when you don't have the Elsa on the other side, is that enough to combat that problem? Is it enough to peel? We're going to find out together because this is very different strategies from both teams. I like to see it. I do not know which is going to be better, but Domination has typically been in Team Liquid Citadel's favor. Will they continue to make that the case?
Yeah, now this really highlights what Fox does well.
I am very scared.
The dive, and so that also is going to lend to the strength of Nero as that strategist. So
I am very scared.
Able to, go into that. In fact, Fox, I believe, was one of the bans against Liquid last time in this Domination map number 4 because of that very reason. They did the DD save and they tried it all. Did not come together. But Paulie, being that first Avenger, as he should. It's been Spark Chief a lot on Domination as Cap. But this time, I mean, buddy, I've been playing a lot of Venom. Celestial Husk is a joyride for the Symbiote. Going around the pillar, the Necro Sword, diving down, stalling. He can do so much on this.
Yeah, there's a lot of point stall potential on this map, and that's why you're going to see the Cap as well. I mean, in terms of stall comp, obviously Team Liquid Citadel has it in the bag, but that is not necessarily always the case. Oh, it's going to be match back now. Scatter makes a change. I was sure it wasn't going to be Angie, but I just wasn't sure who was going to land on. And looks like it is going to be pretty much almost an even match besides that duelist line where you're going to have that Elsa versus the DD. We're going to see what the strategies come out the door as they would likely change. That could just be a bubble play by Forky and the switch off. But no, it looks like Forky's going to stay on that Jeff. So this should be a battle here, buddy.
Yeah, Dive was calling and Energy always answered every single time yesterday.
Melophobia on Psylocke and Daze on Daredevil.
Flawless,
interesting,
folks.
interesting.
This could be their first loss in one of the most important matches in Swamp Gaming's young history here in year 2. We got Spark Chief starting off, going after the Shark right away. Doesn't want any of those shenanigans. Probably going to go rotate over, throw the shield down and connect with Melo. Goodbye.
Yeah, folks, you can do a great job peeling and tracking some of those invisible heroes when you do have your saw ready as Cap. You throw it at the ground, it will showcase where they're at if they're nearby. Paulie able to take advantage of that and finds 2 immediately. Again, Paulie's in the conversation for the best Cap in the world, if not guaranteed at that position, just based on what we saw last year. Taking advantage of it off the rip.
I just want to test the J3 curse real quick. Yo, let's go.
Two of those top tier heroes banned. How are
Melophobia
playing? Obviously, Phoenix, really good pick. Was going to show a little bit on the Psylocke, but obviously quick into that. Spark Chief looking for the hunger of the Jeff, diving in early, and great just survivability tactics from Forky Dog off that invis for now. Only going to go ahead and keep up that pressure. This is going to be a tough point to take, Ship, from Liquid. They've got 2 Vanguards that can keep this thing alive forever.
Nice.
They've got to get Spark Chief out for him not to come back in it, and that's hard when Nero's taking care of that dive and answering.
Yeah, you can see there pulling up that melee form whenever they need to self-peel. Paulie finds another Spark Chief with a 2-piece for his energy, and Speedery clean up a few more. And this is a clean textbook start once again on Domination for Team Liquid Citadel.
That's what's so cool about pro play, right? Because typically you only could do that with the Venom whenever you're doing the ult, but when everybody dives in with the OK Go, right, you're able to get that last
has a better prediction
streak
than I do.
That's not always accounted for. Slow down and pop. Both of them dead. Cooper has the show to move forward now.
Fabi, true.
Continue on the show that Liquid Citadel has on the defensive side. Melophobia, In-Song Inferno, close, but nothing really to highlight in terms of Qs for now. But the point, getting close to that 99 Shiv, and wow, lethal again. Speedery out. There's the pick they needed.
And you're going to see the Phoenix switch here from Melophobia. Again, it does a decent job in peeling with that stun, but also has the reset in terms of that ultimate with the Ensong Inferno. Damage boost coming in from the dance floor, maybe combined, except actually Psych Live. That was from Cooper, as that's just an answer. Spark Chief finding Forky. Another start here for Team Liquid Citadel, who are even in numbers now ahead. Energy cleans up Daze.
What am I watching?
And there is going to be some commitment from Kraz. Finding Cooper, now another backline find, but this time for Swamp. And they need to keep this moving now, as there goes that Freedom Charge. Spark Chief, again with a pick on a Melophobia, is finding so much value on this Venom. Speedery onto Valentina, and I do not know that Swamp can bounce back from this. I think Citadel has this in the bag for map 1.
I'm telling you, man, this is the Symbiote's home court. It's just so much room to play in. Feast is Venom hitting everything perfectly. Here comes the Q and the bite. Trying to stay alive, gonna get fed up from the teammates now, and munches on Scatter. Nothing but survival and sustain is what he was going for there as he dives the backline. A good peel from the team now. Scatter takes on Spark, but Speedery slices, dices, Daze the trade, but that is going to give enough time now force Spark Chief to swing back, but the point is still there. Days, oh my days, gets another. But this is what I'm talking about, Shiv. The defense is too strong for the Helm's
Oh
Deep.
my days, chat. Oh my days.
Oh, he tried to get back there for the portal commitment. Oh, I thought it was going to be coming in from Liquid Citadel, but they got to 99. That was the entire goal there. They're going to reset as a unit and take this fight. Folks, we've seen the comeback before, and honestly, there was an ult advantage there for Team Liquid Citadel and numbers advantage, but a huge ult from Forky to keep them healthy, allow the team to retake comfortably, and they do win that fight. So they did come back with a nice ult disadvantage fight win that could be enough momentum for them to keep this moving forward.
Look at that answer immediately. You've got the Venom and Days up top. They're ready to go. They know exactly who they want. They're going straight for the Mantis.
Oh my
boom,
God.
Gone,
what a read,
Cooper,
bro.
Boom,
what
gone, delivered.
Read.
They were able to take care of Days just like that. Now Melophobia is going to switch once again. The Phoenix was not the answer. The White Room sheet goes as now Star-Lord looking for more. Pauly is just so
beautiful tracking by Pauly too, bro.
Right here in Marvel Rivals. Throwing a beat down on these heroes.
Yeah, uses that cover to iframe the ult, comes back and uses the shield to clean up the jet from Valentina. That's textbook play there as Speedery gets another pick onto Days, and Swamp are trying to hold on for dear life, but they are being dragged down as the Citadel holds strong here on Domination.
Man, it's just the way these players prep for the known dive, right? Like, it's no secret when they're coming out of spawn that they're going to come from some angle, and how to prepare for that, how to be ready. Especially in the backline shift, they make it look easy on how quickly they react to which one they're going for. That's the only unaccountable thing, right? Who are they going to try to dive and get out of there so quickly? Nero, pretty much very tough, you know, to get rid of White Fox in that situation. So typically the play will be Cooper, but the freeze, the finish with ease. It's crazy because these two top teams are so evenly matched, but in Domination, Liquid Citadel, they're on another level.
Absolutely, my friend. As we can see, ult advantage going to be in favor of Liquid Citadel once again. On the
why would you take Liquid Citadel to
with the Glartrox? Nero soon to be right behind, and Cooper is another answer, and that is a ton of response to Days, Kraz, and Mellow, which will be the first.
They have not beaten them on a King of the Hill map. Why would you take them to King of the Hill? There's a lot here.
Swamp can definitely bounce back, but they need to make some big plays right now in the early openings of this battle.
Well, they've got to recover, too, from protecting the DD. Yesterday, the Daredevil didn't work in Domination, and then you take away all those off angles and big play moments from Melophobia that he can get on Elsa now, and you can tell he's uncomfortable just kind of switching between these heroes, and you're not going to get anything like that as Glartrox takes the first Avenger right off the map. Goodbye, and the flush and the finish again from Energy. This was won a lot in the ban phase, in my opinion, man, and I did not like the ban phase, bro. The Daredevil.
They won in the ban phase. Chat, I don't even.
Yeah, I think the Elsa mismatch has definitely been important. I think that's a good call out. I think
I don't even want to watch this anymore.
Daredevil's incredibly strong, pairs well with a good consistent dive, but your whole team's kind of scattered right now. The focus is all over the place because they're just all over you as a unit. They're so coordinated right now, and on Dom, you just can see the level of their comms, how fluid they are because they do not panic by any means. And they're so pointed and directed, and they keep getting value in these neutrals.
Oh, here they go. Okay, so Spark Chief is going to set up the dive, but they are forced to rotate out because of that back quick cap, so nice job there. Melophobia does get every single shot in Cooper now. Luna going to go back to spawn. Nero does trade with Days, who's having a tough time in this Domination. Legends are in the sky and on the screen now. Nero finding safety, but Melophobia now with 2. Is Star-Lord the answer for this team as the mixtape goes in and the pistols go out? Pauly, though, just together with defense here on the line. Keep this thing alive. Cooper back now in the action. Show ready.
Oh, what a freeze there by Cooper.
My God.
Goodbye, Kraz. That was disgusting. Ew, as Days is in a tough spot here. The chase from Speedery is going to be a problem. Yes, it is. As Sparky takes out Forky, and TLC again out on top in these fights, but a big ult advantage fight coming for Swamp.
Man, that freeze was, you said it, ew. Threw up in my mouth a little, man. That was crazy.
What team did Boba vote for in EMEA chat?
They know this. They've tracked this. How do they want to use it? All of them on kind of tricky heroes to hit with that, though, and they oftentimes have Forky Dog. Just use that push. Save it for this moment, that cooldown when ready. Spark Chief, though, knows that. Going to try to bait that out if he can. Here's Speedery's angle. Dace has not found value yet.
No, for
going up against
chat,
just like that. Get deleted, gone before the reaction could happen. Health pack picked up and all, Shiv. Are you kidding?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I mean, they need to make something happen, and they need to make something happen now. But no, even down, all having ult in hand, not able to make the commitment. Oh my goodness, downtown, just shovel passing one instead to the right side. Goodbye with a nice freeze KO, and they're just falling. They're letting it happen here. OT comes through, and they cannot portal in because of the Strange.
Yeah, and that is why that third map was so important for them to take Swamp Gaming, because Domination was going to look just like
Swamp
this. Speedery slices, dices,
they seem lost, bro. They don't know what they're doing.
The spawn room now as the Glartrox comes
Energy.
out.
They're dead.
Energy,
they're dead already. Stop it.
Has not only been building this foundation on the Swamp, they've damn near removed it with the slice pop and finished the Elephant Gun. Are you kidding me, Shib? They are just farming now the highlight reels. Who wants the top 5 plays?
Energy's doing trick shots at this point. Get deleted, Star-Lord. Peter Quill just got his head taken off there. That was insane. I mean, buddy, we thought that might be the case on Dom, and that's why last map was so important. But I didn't think it was going to look like that. The ban phase, you cannot allow that Elsa mismatch. I don't think DD's worth it on Dom.
I mean, outside of a complete, not reverse sweep, but, you know, outside of Swamp taking this all the way to 7.
Stop saying Jay. I don't know what you guys want me to say. Stop it.
In the case of TLC.
Stop it.
They have not lost one. Even the zones looking clean as we look at the stats across. And again, just tough footing, right? 6-9, 3 eliminations. The duelists were kind of a non-factor there. And that's where a lot of their plan was too, right? And they liked what they had up front. But man, as we said, it's those Vanguards to watch in the pre-show. Those are the ones that keep your eyes on. And Cooper back into form on the MVP.
Give me a second.
Some really solid Luna play, a lot of value. I mean, 7 finals and having 17K, the most healing. You can't ask for more than that, folks. Keep it locked right here. 3-1. Team Liquid Citadel up. Can Swamp bounce back? We'll see in a minute.
Can Swamp bounce back? Ring, 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 ring. Oh, what's this? What? Oh, Swamp Gaming. Oh, how are you doing? Oh, I see what you're doing. You want chat and the fans to have a great showing. So you're letting Liquid Citadel win 3 maps so you can win the next 3 and reverse sweep them. Oh, okay, thank you, thank you. Oh, you just wanted to make it entertaining for chat. Okay, thank you, chat, bro. Oh my God. John Swamp Gaming just called me. They want to make it entertaining for you guys. They said they wanted Liquid Citadel to have 3 games won. So that means it looks like they're going to win, but Swamp Gaming is going to steal it at the end. It makes sense. It makes sense. Also, Yuki, appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub. Sorry I didn't see that. And also, not Benzi, but Benzi with the massive dono. Oh, Jay, do me a favor. Can you tell Shib to record him reading a smut book in his low voice and then get into his caster voice during the spicy stuff, all while staring into a camera? Thanks. I appreciate you for support upon this request. Much love. What? America is so confusing for me, dude. Well, Tetcher, you want to get confused? Go watch any of the 100 Thieves games and go watch their ban phase. I guarantee you would not want to watch another NA game. You know, I really wish it would give out a lot of information that I don't think people want to hear, but like the teams want to hear. But I wish we could listen to the team comms when they're banning characters, just so I can see what some teams are communicating when they're banning. Nice.
Welcome back, everyone. This is going to be match point for Liquid Citadel. Another dominant performance on Domination. Which,
chat, don't worry about it. It's not match point. We're actually going to go to another game.
Let's talk about how they got it done, though, because I feel, and you pointed that out here, Cozy, the banning, they might have overcooked here for Swamp Gaming. Like, having that much focus on, like, protecting the DD and not getting that Elsa, that seemed to really hurt them, because Mello was struggling. He went over from Star-Lord. He kept on switching, but nothing seemed to work for them in order to get the damage output they need.
you don't know what you got till it's
I want to
gone.
know how many of the 3 casters are wearing PJ pants.
Every single, shape and form. I feel like,
I mean, it's better than what I'm wearing. I'm not wearing any pants, but
Melophobia can be on the S tier hero in the Monster Hunter herself, because it keeps energy in check as well because of the off angles and oftentimes the first pick off. It's kind of a battle of trade ship between them two, and then they go on from there and carry the damage. But then you give energy that as well. It's just the game plan going in. Definitely something that I did not like, and it was tough to solve.
Yeah, it kind of diverts focus, right? Because you need to be looking for the other Elsa. Because
wait,
you need
really?
to,
well, you have Tetra in chat.
You need to make sure you're covering
chat,
that.
If you guys don't remember, Tetra's the EMEA caster. PJ pants literally every non-LA lane cast. That's funny.
To make more plays. Energy only going down 1 time. 10 finals, 26 eliminations. I mean, 16k damage, most in the lobby by far. It's too strong.
It is too strong indeed. The game plan needs to change as we're heading into what could be the last map of our grand finals.
Well, folks, Shib, this would be new territory for us. We're used to going to the game 7s here. This could be a quick potential day now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, buddy. I would like to see the bounce back here from Swamp, honestly. I just did not love the ban phase in the last go-around, and we will see that change up here now. Gambit removed on both sides, and the lock-in from Elsa, from both sides. So, again, now they will have the back and forth, and I think Melophobia is up there in the conversation for one of the best. So why not enable it in this team comp?
Yo, King Heart, prison has 100 bits, my friend.
Exploded by the fact that we're here.
This is it, it ends here.
There's so much on the line.
I will gift you guys 100 subs if Liquid Citadel wins this. That's how much confidence I know that Liquid Citadel's not winning.
Ready in the save for Nero. Wow,
you guys are tripping.
I think that's definitely going to help them.
You guys are tripping.
They know the approach they want to go.
Gaming's winning. Watch.
Do they shut down the first Avenger? It's looking like it.
Hey, Armageddon.
Yeah, that is definitely on the table.
That's I'm glad that you guys are enjoying the watch party. It means a lot. It means a lot. I love you guys.
But have struggled to find
Make sure you guys don't go anywhere next month. We're continuing the watch parties.
Not only playing a great backline, obviously they look great back there, but there wasn't a lot of pressure from the side of Liquid Citadel enabling the value of the cap. Like the cap's distraction got no value. They weren't able to get on the backline either. So it was in part a bit to them. So now that they've figured it out and gone with more of a dive consistently,
I got 100 on Liquid Citadel.
Fox there
if they
for
win,
Nero as well. And the removal of Strange has been the strategy today.
I know there's a lot of unused primes out there. Hey.
Yeah, man. And I love, they're like,
you owe me that prime.
This is it for everything. Let days go out in style. Kidnap style now. Fastball special will be here. Forky Dog obviously just going to go enable the super jetpack jump. And man, with the defensive edge that you get here, we're going to see a lot of the tail of the tape very early on. Liquid Citadel will be able to change the narrative again and prove that they are the team to beat heading into stage number 1. Shib, Shin Shibuya could be it for Swamp Gaming and the story they've created.
Swamp Gaming backs against the wall, folks. Preseason title on the line, the bragging rights and the bread all available here. We have seen this exact map last time go around, and Team Liquid Citadel got held before point 2.
There's no way you've been here
Swamp
for 10
was able to push it through that point. Will that be the tail again, or have they learned? They said they've VOD reviewed, they've done the studying, but can they put it into practice?
That's insane. I appreciate that.
Yeah, man,
that's
insane. This is where it comes to show. It's you don't win matches on game day is what I told Coach Fox.
You can type exclamation mark
in the practice room, how long you've been how you review and prep and get ready. But again,
oh no, Tetra, you don't need to do that, bro. Just keep up the great casting, man. I love it.
It was Liquid Citadel, Melophobia.
Or if you guys invite streamers out to lands, which I hope you guys do.
See how they choose to attack this first point. Usually like to break this wall
Dinner
and go
on
under.
you.
Special going to throw him up there, and he can fly, my man. Pulling Peter Pan, as we like to do. Look at this, man. It's like a full new ability. Tries to get the kid out, nothing there.
Yeah, those two together have been dominant. I'm happy to see Kraz back on that hole because this fastball special is
I hope you guys do invite streamers,
They're going to reset and try
I
to do it
think
again in a moment.
It was a lot of fun in China.
Cooldown in 3
I just
seconds.
know that some streamers, I think, ruined it for others.
Going to essentially play off the left side like they are defending, get the height, and then go from there, try to attack energy. The tackle comes through. Good escape in the moment. Potentially using the push there. Something to escape in that. I'm not sure exactly how Spark got away, but did.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here. And we got to see how they play when the lights are the brightest, right? Because now it's newer territory for Swamp. They've lost a game down. They've been there, done that, but they've never been in this position, especially with the stakes so high, my friend. They want it so bad as this team, the dream that has come together. Paulie ready to activate that banhammer. Kraz jumping in for the hero moment once again, and Mello with a quick pop.
Nice, Mello.
For this man.
I need you to pop off, Mello.
I knew you were going to say, because it's so true. I mean, that was just so clean.
Sniff some crack if you need to. I need you to pop off, Mello.
Like Cloak and Dagger on Elsa as Energy. He's going to be able to find one here onto Kraz to trade that a little bit. But notice the back and forth. Notice their positioning. They're back here completely switching spawn and playing in the arcade. And that's not a bad plan. Scatter. Oh, what a trap location there. He's going to try to find the backline, but he can't even figure out where they're at because both teams are just do-si-doing, circling around the map.
Yeah. If the map favors the defense, go ahead and take it over, right? That's our fortress now. The Citadel trying to set up, but Scatter now popping that. Quick shots of the golden gun.
Oh, Liquid Citadel has a TP, but Swamp Gaming does not. Remember that, chat.
Cover and the block of the heals. Melophobia dashing on in and over. Look at this rotation this team keeps doing, shit. Gotta keep highlighting that. The way they're using the environment to their advantage as now the Predator comes out. Valentina pays the path. Nothing from that.
Oh, shit.
Energy, though.
Wait, what? The ult looks invisible.
The Glarshok's gonna finish.
Tackle comes in out of the sky. Good place there. Speedery takes out Daze. Scatter trades it back onto Paulie. Alt advantage up for the side of Swamp, but it doesn't matter as the numbers go down. The rest comes in out of Paulie, and Speedery gets a pick too. It's a two-hero swing, and they are
oh my god, Chad, they're staggering Krasme. Oh my god, that is an insane stagger. That's like, oh wow, you shouldn't have killed him.
If they cannot make use,
if he didn't kill him, that would have been like a 20, 25, 30-second stagger.
What they can do, because this could be everything on the line coming up to these two ults and the advantage they get. There goes Diablo. Energy has it ready.
It's a best of 7, so it's first to 4 wins.
Pull out the katana any moment.
All the other games were best of 5s.
There's a tackle coming in now as Daze takes out Sparksheet, and they need some momentum now as the C is committed. What a tackle here with the last stand, able to find a 3-piece.
Massive.
What a play there by
They
Daze.
used TP.
Now heading towards the point, and it looks like they might be able to cap this quickly.
Sharpening his claws. After that,
nice.
Beautiful, at least 4-piece from the X-Men now.
Do they have a bracket reset? No, I don't think they do bracket resets.
The line, folks. Swamp Gaming gonna get this messy once again. Kraz ready to jump. Monster mode activated shortly. Speedery still hanging on to this ult, trying to find that opportunity. Like the patience, respect it. Now both teams showing that patience. You don't always need to go in guns.
This is best of 7 because this is the grand finals. These are the last 2 teams.
And here goes Scatter on his moment.
Winning does matter because not only do you win
up on the height now, and
16,000 for your whole team, but you also get better seeding in stage 1, which starts next month on the 22nd.
Moment. Energy should have ult soon. Cooper with the dance floor. Try to get them moving, folks. And again, Swamp almost has 5 here, so we got to see if they can keep this momentum moving. Which, by the way,
chat, keep in mind, stage 1 is a $200,000 bracket.
Goodbye to Spark Chief. What a tackle there.
Yeah, with the res, though, just back. That is so much complete sustain. Forky Dog ready to press the Q as well. The show is on with Cooper. The Glarshok's going to come with the Predators out the praise in the mouth. To go ahead and survive that,
Liquid Citadel banned Strange. That's why you see above here. Chat, these bans right here that you see top right are for that team.
Alive and in it, and once again, get 2. Cooper out of this thing as the show ends early. Now, freeze frame is going to be Paulie. Going to visit the rest of the team. Good push.
Yeah, really clean play again. Swamp still holding on to ult advantage. Spark going to be close behind. Is Paulie committed there. Energy's well. Kraz, Valentina, and Daze are those to be looking out for. But the initiation of Kraz fastball, Daze behind to turn around and ult them is very much on the table. Paulie is not going to be able to escape, not even able to get that E off there. So another 2-piece pick here. Swamp are stepping up, folks, and this might be a ball game here.
Come on.
Minute 34 seconds on the line.
If Swamp Gaming caps this, GG, chat. Keep it up.
That pressure forward as Sparchi falls again. Internal.
Go. They're being aggressive. Go.
Fully committed now. Scatter going to find Paulie in this. Unable to get up on the dang jump pack is Valentina. Luckily, those auto daggers going to go in and get the job done. Energy has found the prey. Doesn't need the monster to get it done.
Bro, my Energy lived. It's a 2v1 and Energy lived. Hey, but they got the cap. They got the cap.
Matters. Oh
my god.
When your team can walk it like this, heading to point 3, this
literally
is putting
broke
Swamp in an insanely strong position. Not being able to hold point 2 like that for very long is a tough look. Shout out Swamp, who still have 3 ults available, folks. They didn't need to commit like anything.
Yeah, Tetra. I watched all EMEA and NA games, all of them. I'm with you guys all the way, man.
swap on over and took eyes off
Why
the
do they
prize.
hate Invis?
Now they can push in.
Great
2 minutes,
question.
Man, it's a world more of time trying to get through that sticky point in Shin Shibuya. Again, this map coming back for the first time since last year now. As
I don't know why a lot of teams don't actually.
Shields.
A lot of teams do play Invis, but I guess they want to run those aggressive team supports that don't die by dive.
To have a tough time in the angle, and this is going to be a stagger. He's just waiting. There it is. Play with his food.
Really smart play there by Speedery, who's now heading towards the back line. Does have the dance of the Cutterfly, able to look for one of the combined ultimates. Still not able to get any value. Insane utilization of backline cooldowns from 14.
Oh, that's big.
Oh my goodness. It doesn't matter as the Glarchox brings them right out of it. Speedery going to clean up the rest. But wow, that was a good hold at first, countering 2 ultimates there by Valentina and Forky. But then Energy says, all right, enough of this. Pulls them right out of it.
Grabbed and gone. The food chain, man, updating in real time as now just putting on the full aggression and try to burn this minute and 13 seconds continually. Pauly, Meteor M, ready to dunk, but everything else ready for Swamp now as the Meteor goes up in the sky, trying to hit the 2-point. Slams down, and I think the environment blocked it there on the top. That's a bummer.
Like Diz's been holding this ult for too long, but is waiting for this as an answer potentially, and we'll try to make something happen with it here in a moment. What a play there by Kraz, who's gonna find 2 here, likely. Yes, will.
Bro,
that was absolutely dirty, but does
a
fall.
better
Energy
character to
clean
watch.
that up, likely.
Other than Hulk.
Yeah, it is gone with Speedery.
When the Hulk juggles,
body slammed against the wall, man. Was disgusting.
Oh my god,
the juggling
it is
from Kraz
so fun.
Has been near perfect.
You got a bingo? Oh my
god.
god.
To play the Hulk. Now going in, as you said, this ult has been ready and charging
up. You guys
up.
got beat up, but
Until Rivals 2 to come around and pop it now. Gonna go ahead and get ready. He's gonna find his angle. Fastball special, ready to climb up. Going for Nero is what I thought, but no, gonna circle back around. He keeps on finding Spark with this, which is good value, but is not using it.
Yeah, he's playing the peel game, and there's the rage there. The last game comes through. Spark Chief falls, no one else does. But yeah, it might have been held a little bit too long, but still, it doesn't matter if they're able to push this the whole way. That's all they're looking forward to here. But the trade comes in. Cooper finds one on the
say Rocket is better to watch than Hulk?
Wow, Val able to hold on.
What's next? You like watching paint dry?
Great fade Energy trades with Forky. If they could buy time here, the hold could come in. As Scatter trying to get this trade on Energy does. Out goes the dance of the butterfly. The hold is still there from Spark Chief. Overtime ticking down. There is no Strange Portal available. This is a tough look for Swamp here, but a great push so far, and everyone will fall as Pauly cleans up the rest. OT ticks down, and that should do it, folks. But what a push.
Doesn't matter.
The shield is down, but Magneto
it doesn't matter. You know why? Because this is a hard map to push, chat. This is a hard map to complete.
I mean,
Swamp Gaming wins.
They survived so much, right?
That's a great push. They didn't cap, but that was a great push.
It was the Vanguard, Spark Chief, Pauly found 4 in that, coming up just short. I will say though, Shib, it'd be tough to finish the job there, right, on that map. So they got far enough and further, in fact, than they, were looking at first.
Yeah.
It comes down to this. How well can they play on defense?
Right, like I'm with you, buddy. Like that's about as good as it gets. I mean, it's so hard to push through that point. The spawn is literally feet behind the location, and that's why it's such a defensible location. But point 2, teams typically throughout here in the preseason, despite which team, have held for a significant portion of time.
TLC will not
it was
push
an absolute walking there from the side of
you
Swamp
are
Gaming. If they can buy time on point 2, this could very much go their way.
If you think Team Liquid Citadel's winning this map.
Man, did you see those sniper exiles that Kraz is doing as he jumps? I mean, it's disgusting.
Dirty.
The amount of skill that these players have. Folks, we are looking at the top 2 teams in America. The players absolutely ready to be the next big thing in the scene as year 2 commences. This is just the preseason. Buckle up. It's going to be a bumpy ride now as the defense sets up. Swamp Gaming, the most important hold of their professional
No
gaming
Strange
life.
Portal is going to be hard, but you don't need a portal back, chat. You don't need to portal back if you just kill them. If you never die, you never have to leave spawn.
They just
or come back, go back to spawn.
It and rotate for a while, but the portal is going to be the decision, and that's the advantage to having the Strange.
Look,
instead of walking through it and risking it and biding
time,
time, they're just going to send it immediately. Spark Chief going to make the switch here to Venom to be able to get to that team. And that is a crazy start here. I like this attack by Liquid Citadel a ton.
Yeah, for sure. They play, 6v5 for all of a few seconds before Spark Chief can get back immediately. And then he also gets that pressure in the back, right? Because they all commit to the back line, but then got to go to the point as well. They do find Pauly, so now numbers down massively. And we've got to see how they choose to rotate this, right? When you lose Pauly in that foundation of the front line, kind of in a sticky situation here. How fitting on Shin Shibuya. Going to go ahead and swipe on up and Just like that. Delete, gone, jump off the edge. Find justice before they find you.
Great communication by Swamp there. You can just see it. Beautiful way to take that fight, even being in a kind of a weird location, something you don't scrim against all the time. In the back corner, they're around completely the arcade.
Jumping off the map, chat, is a strat.
Return. Oh my goodness.
They jumped off the map so they don't feed ult charge, and if they're not feeding ult charge, and they're also not staggering themselves, they're resetting.
There's that banner hammer now onto the back line. From Scatter. Does it get value? Cooper goes low, but not quite enough. Playing around that shield.
Oh my god, wow, Scatter Genji. You saw that movement to live? Wow.
Up that ultimate, but so far, everyone just kind of playing a little more passive, trying to build those ults.
Absolutely. Now as the defense is still strong, 2 minutes, 30 seconds. Both Invis going to go ahead and proc, and there goes the quick apex from Melophobia. Forky Dog with the downtown hit on Cooper. Are you joking now as they go ahead and move around? Look at the off angle. Melophobia known for it so well, trying to hunt energy. Almost found him. Does connect. Goodbye. The fellow Elsa.
They killed the Raid Boss. They killed the Raid Boss. Raid Boss down. Energy down.
Exactly why you give him the elephant gun.
Yeah, nice bounce back again by Swamp on this defense, buying a ton of time. Days with the tackle.
Oh my god, bro. Watching Days and Crazebang, bro, it's too fun. They're such a fun duo to watch.
Consistently a problem.
Brother, this is what we highlighted at the break, right? We said because of those off angles, you get energy out first. It's the only way to counter what they try to do, and then you remove so much of that DPS at that point, right? Like that one duel is down. It's such a foundation of what that team's trying to do. Speedery's still there, but not obviously to be having that same impact. And things freeze quite literally as Days. They're just kind of hanging out at the top, frozen in time, waiting for his Kodak moment. Melophobia. They go ahead and rotate back. Exile going to land. And look at that timing of the clap. Everything's done, precise and surgical.
And here goes Kraz. Does have that ult available. There's that fastball. Tries to get Spark. With
oh my god, Spark Chief
taking the height. And there is the last stand. Kraz able to clean up Speedery. Honestly, I think invisibly across the sky, but the res comes through.
Did he just kill Speedery when he was invisible dashing something?
Again, trying to get this cleaned and does not seem to be. Oh, Psyche Line energy goes down. And looking for more here, Kraz.
Like I said, watching whole gameplay. Oh yeah, I've seen this video before.
Oh, 52 seconds on the clock.
The sun is not getting low, buddy. I mean, absolute throwing the Gamma Fist, and this is the crown on the line for Swamp Gaming, holding strong and proving they
I told you,
make a fortress
out of don't need a TP if you just don't die.
With only now 35 seconds left, Citadel having both now the big-time Wombo combo, the Venom and the DPS boost. Look for Days. Can he get this pick? This would be everything ship. If he could get the kidnap, he finds it. He does freeze a little bit with the pullback.
Oh, nice.
That was a good pull now there from Cooper.
And there it is, folks. The res comes through. Energy able to find one onto Valentina. Will this be enough to push them forward? Forky committing. Melophobia doing the same. Does that get what a tackle, Days? Come on now. Oh my Days. Once again out of the sky. Finds another. Numbers up for Swamp on the retake. And there's only 4 seconds. This is going to be a panic point grab here. And folks, it's in overtime now. Can they keep this moving? A ton of ults committed.
Come on, Swamp.
Speedery finds one. Is that going to be enough on a Melophobia? The exile goes through, but it doesn't seem to land. As Crash tries to hold on. They have some time to give that point, but energy takes out Scatter. The portal comes in from Polly, and oh wow, now Liquid Citadel heavily up in numbers through the portal, taking this point onto the third tick here, and it looks like they will get it. What a clutch play.
With the championship in their grasp, they get 2 minutes and 25 seconds, Shib, to still make this thing last, and they are loaded now going into the next point. Cooper, energy. Ready to play aggressive. If you're ult tracking, you push in heavily.
I'm not even worried.
Well, they've got his Days, of course, with this ult yet again.
I'm not even worried, chat.
Lock and load.
I'm not even worried. Dude, what is it? I'm moisturized. I'm in my lane. And I'm unbothered.
I can't believe it either.
Little by little.
I'm not worried.
Dude, they were heavily down numbers there. I can't believe that. That is just clutch. That you can't. You know what I mean? Like that's the stuff that you just need as a team that you can't really practice. As there's a nice pick there from Energy onto Days, and now they have the momentum, folks, and there's only 1:45 here. This is advantageous for Swamp as they just need to buy time, get to this point, ensure a few fights, make it go to an overtime situation and try to win it. It's like a lot of these games have been going down to.
Appreciate the massive 8 months. How you doing?
If you found a Swamp, take a big deep breath here, reset, don't go and get too aggressive now as the shield's going to pop up. Cooper trying to pull in that moment for the pick, but not going to happen this time. Going to rotate back to safety. Forky Dog now ready, locked up and loaded to protect their team themselves. Watch out for the Apex Predator now as Monster Hulk is in the back as well as the Banhammer. There's a lot going on here as the Color Fest continues. Energy finds the best from it. Are you joking now with the res back? Cooper is, but Melophobia dashes. What is it? Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge. The patch is over hands special.
You didn't know it. You nailed it. First try. But yeah, dude, honestly, this is just textbook back and forth. Both these teams are just playing lights out of their mind. It's any given fight back and forth. Alt advantage here for Swamp. Scatter has priority on point. Polly trying to gain some pressure here, helping peel the backline, but they are deleted. Goodbye, Nero. On that rocket who had the Sia available. 40 seconds in a dream here for Liquid Citadel. Energy finds one. Valentina, another scatter. Onto Energy now. Daze onto Speedery. Heavily up in numbers now is the side of Swamp. And Liquid Citadel may not even have Portal available just yet.
Yeah, they don't. And man, you can just feel the want to continue this thing from Swamp Gaming, locking in all together as one. Both teams in person. Ready like a lamb now as Nero, Spark Chief, ready to pop the Qs for Speedery. That might be what they need, but Swamp Gaming, they're going to try their best to hold this steep and strong, and they group up together, taking all the slices and dices there from the sidelock. Forky Dog, again, crowned on the line. Hold strong here, and you continue this thing, Shiv. Can they do it?
Folks, this is just absolute entertainment, and I'm having a blast being here as we see more commitment. Overtime begins. We've seen the clutch moments. The Glartrox finds one. Doesn't clean up the KO, though, as Daze is trying to hold on to the point. The exile onto Polly there from Kraz. The boundary's out now. Is there going to be a last stand from the Wolverine to pull them out of it? No, not quite yet. Kraz falls on the top side. There's a nice tackle from Daze, and the escape goes out from Polly, and that's why you use that Vandal. The Glartrox goes back. Spark Chief trades with Kraz.
Both teams are killing the Glartrox so fast.
Holding on to the point. No ult's going to be available yet. Spark Chief going to be
Valentina,
the first one to gain.
Get your ult.
But Daze
Valentina,
is right there
get your ult.
too. It's going to be the feast versus the stand. Who gets more value? We'll find out shortly, folks. Kraz back on point again with that Hulk, but it's anyone's fight here.
Daze as the monster that he is. Elsa the hunter looking forward as the Yokai.
Go aggressive. Go aggressive. Go aggressive. Go aggressive.
Slam down. Shuts down the DPS. The energy is taken out of the room now as they're trying to hold on. Liquid Citadel looking for point two. Komoho trying to find some solace. Daze slicing, dicing, animal stalking. They did it. They dragged them in the mud and come out on top.
Where's those primes?
This is insanity, folks.
Those
we
primes?
are heading forward again to another game. Wow, what an absolute battle. And the Swamp does not give up. Team Liquid Citadel looking so good. But it doesn't matter when you go against the most clutch team in these moments. Swamp Gaming, bouncing back, Scatter, Gengi.
Gampo, I appreciate the massive prime. At least someone kept their word.
The one coming out with the W.
Bold Cactus as well kept their word with the massive prime as well. Appreciate it.
Absolutely crazy performance. And just, you said it, man, you can't teach it. Clutch in the absolute veins, my friends, and we knew it was going to come down.
What a crazy game, bro!
These players and teams have.
That was not the Poly that I usually see, bro. 14 and 12.
Reload. It's match number 6 in this best of 7 championship.
Prime sub as well. Yo, hey. And super hot swag with the massive prime. I told you guys I wasn't even bothered.
Protect your bald king.
A Blu-ray DVD. Appreciate the massive new tier 1 sub as well, my friend. You're too kind.
Protect
Shameless Bucky main for 5 months as well. I told you. Sub. I'm saying we like I'm on the team like the Drake meme. We don't need no TP. We don't need no TP.
Protect your bald king.
I'm speaking French now, chat. We don't need that TP.
Protect
Yo, Tata, appreciate the massive 4 months. Gandalf with the massive new tier 1 sub. Gandalf, what? I thought you said Gandalf the toupee.
Protect your bald king.
Illogical Clown with the massive 2 months. Z-Pow with the massive 3 months as well. And Thick Jake with the massive 3 months as well. Appreciate it.
Protect your bald king.
Hey. You guys doubted, and I believed. Swamp Gaming, 2 more games, bro. 2 more matches. 2 more matches, and we are walking away. How much money, chat? How much money are we walking away with? If we beat Liquid Citadel, we are walking away with a $10 million bet. It's like that, what do you call it? What's his name? Mayweather. Remember that Mayweather photo with all the money on the table and he's sitting there like that? That's what we're gonna look like after we just win $10 million.
Cool.
Yeah. Yo, ER Blitz. Appreciate the massive 35 months. And Taylor with the massive 2 months as well. Absolutely. First place does win 18K real money, though. 16,000, I believe. 16. I think it's 16.
Protect your bald king.
A Sagre Mort for 2 months, and the Messi with the massive prime sub as well. Hey, a lot of people are keeping their word. Hey, appreciate it, guys.
Protect your bald king.
Yo, Beerus with the 5 gifted subs, and Speeda Jack with the 24 months as well. The Messi with the massive prime sub as well. Absolutely crazy.
Protect your bald king.
Here, there is just so
5
many
gifted
clutch
subs,
moments
bingo. Oh my god.
from Liquid Citadel, which makes it so hard if you then end up losing a match, right? Like you're losing a map where you clutched up like time
for 4
and
months
time
as well.
again
Appreciate it,
in order
appreciate
to
it.
keep
Massive
yourself
W.
alive.
Reina with the massive prime as well.
Buddy, I feel like we're speechless. This is just, it's just so
No,
fun,
it's not
dude.
domination. I think
don't
they have to
know
go
how this
to
is
a
happening.
payload.
What's going on with Marvel Rivals Esports? Every single game is so heated, dude. It's insanity.
I think it's a payload now.
Just as a man, caster sure, but as a fan, it's so fun to watch this and like the heart, man, that these players got, because again, we just heard like Pauly, Citadel, they don't like to lose, but you can just feel them all in one room together, like through the screen, on how well they're able to hold down. Like you can't teach the things that they're doing and the clutch that they have. It's so funny and so fitting, because Melophobia said last year the lights were too bright. They kept saying that was why I didn't. Man, it's like they've gotten rid of that, you know, debuff.
Yeah.
I don't think.
The debuff. It's so real though, right? Like
Look what
it's
Emily
such,
made.
Like high stakes moment. A lot of players which are not as experienced, they crumble. It's just too much. I mean, it helps that they don't have to play like live in front of an audience. That adds like another layer. But even in this scenario where they're either in a team house or in the comfort of their own home, it's a lot. And especially if it's a rematch, and especially if people have such high expectation of you and your team.
I think J3's watch party has more viewers than the actual stream for the tournament.
These are the top 2 teams in America, and perhaps even
Marvel Rivals has almost 19,000.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the repeat, right? Coach, you can walk us through this, but right, they got held point.
I think on YouTube it's different. Maybe on YouTube.
Another opportunity for that to happen or change the fate, I guess.
Yeah, so it's funny. One thing with best of sevens outside of options.
Oh, chat, you guys are still popping off,
kind of run out of map options,
David
right? Like,
the King with the massive prime.
Well, they picked Spider Island to get right yesterday.
Horso with the massive 5 gifted, and Astroff with the 5 gifted as well.
Gambit was banned against Liquid last time, and so we'll see if they continue with that fate.
Chat
Either
is
way,
popping
man,
off.
it's past that at this point. It's about the heart and the finish, and who wants to come out on top.
Yeah, let's see if Liquid Citadel want it more. It is match point for them. So all
okay,
the
let's see this. Chrissy, that's combined viewership.
Okay, Shib, here we go. Again, we called it, man. I don't think we've done, man, ever anything that isn't a match 7 when we have the grand finals together. So much fun, man. And we get to do it, it looks like, potentially again. Swamp Gaming, Liquid Citadel. Here we go.
Oh man, folks, as we see the removal of Gambit, goodbye to the DD, and the lock-in once more of the Elsa matchup. And folks, at this point, it is absolutely anyone's game. It is game, set, match here for Liquid Citadel. If they win this, Swamp Gaming need to keep this alive to move forward to the final game. Can they make that happen, folks? Whatever team you're rooting for, you better get loud in the comments for them now. They need it, because this is pure insanity.
Brother, I'm going on like hour number 14 in the last 24 hours of casting Rivals. I barely had time to sleep or eat, but I don't give a damn, man. I'm so excited with how fun this has been. Now,
Zach,
Loki, Daredevil going to be banned on the other side. They're sticking with their formula from the last time.
Insane.
The Strange Protect is just, I mean,
crazy,
would you have ever expected this going into the preseason, man? That at everything on the line, the
Where do you see your streaming career in 5 to 10 years?
is going to be protected after ban every time. But with that,
hopefully
comes
alive.
the Wolverine ban.
Absolutely not would I have said that, but you know what? I don't hate it. And but that lends them to have the ability to play that triple they like with Ultron. Huge. And Spider Islands has a lot of verticality to dance around with Ultron. It plays well for that kind of comp. So we'll see what that looks like as they're going to try to run that probably on the attack off rip. We'll see
Swamp
who they combine it with for the triple backline. Mantis is on the table as well,
my
dude. So
God.
they can go tried and true here if they want to.
Elsa
Spider
and Strange,
Island,
but
such unique map
chat.
The way it plays. Funny, we're going back to back.
This is bad.
Spider and Shin Shibuya.
This is bad.
Time I can never tell.
They
what side I'm on. I think it's the frog on the loading screen.
They banned Daredevil and Wolverine.
Because sometimes the wording a little weird here.
They
but
banned
way,
Daredevil and Wolverine, but they banned Polly's Captain America.
My friends, as Speeder, you're going to lock in the Ultron.
But Zach, absolutely crazy, guys. Everyone that's gifting subs, resubbing, new subs, following the stream, you guys are absolutely crazy. I appreciate it.
See what they do here. Doesn't look like they're going to follow suit.
Nah, just running. Oh, actually not. Oh, yeah, they're running that triple back line from the side of Swamp. And looks like Scatter is going to be on that Strange early on to use the team up with Forky. And folks, you know, when you're playing Strange at the top level, you're really playing Strange kind of in melee range. And when you have that pull on your release of the Dark Magic, it allows you to combo better. And that's why the top Strange is finding a lot of success in Ignite with that team up. But still, the reason sometimes they don't want to run Strange is because they want the ability to portal whenever they need to. But that being said, Citadel going to be running a comp that is going to be Bunker Buster should they need it. But they're going to find out shortly that they're not running a triple-triple.
Yeah, and Swamp Gaming is surely going to go Storm Moon Knight. They did that last time, and that's kind of how they address what Liquid Citadel likes to do on the defensive front as well. Scatter going to be on the Strange, has not had access to the Surgeon yet. But let me tell you, he will serve some medicine in form of Agamotto's. Has hit some absolute fat ones here on the biggest stage. Now going to go ahead and get himself some nice pressure and space. Going to be able to have the comfort of the Ultron drone to keep him nice and healthy as well. Remember that shield, not what it once was, a little bit down on the overall health, but still plenty
appreciate
to make that pressure.
You know, you are.
There's the movement now by Melophobia.
Yeah, I don't want to
retake in a moment on point, but the space is being taken here by Liquid Citadel. The dive comes through from Polly now, peeling that back line from Kraz. He's on that Venom. Had success into this comp before Team Liquid Citadel. There's the commitment now from Polly. As we see Nero now just trying to self-peel on a Kraz who will go down. Good shot there.
And I wish production knew the map.
Yeah, that was an absolutely
or knew the play the game.
Hit
production.
Because you're just able to not move the point with
casters are very high rank, bro.
You know, so many times you want to get all three, get that thing moving, but it's all about putting that pressure and focus aggressiveness on the other.
Unless you mean like the observers. I don't know who the observers
Scatter getting low. Scatter now down. Paulie picking him off. One of the biggest advantages of this Merc with the mouth. Speedery throwing in the Age of Ultron. This is before that buff as well. Energy finding once again that symbiote, and Kraz is a non-factor here early in point one.
Yeah, they are just playing around this point. They're doing exactly what they want to do, and that's play on the Groot, use that to take space, and then just play as a stack on point and roll together, peel each other, and have good comms. And it's been pretty dang clean so far as the initiation comes through from Daze. The Rage of Ultron netting not much value. Commitment of Portal as well. There's a lot of answers here from Swamp, but a similar story for the side of Liquid Citadel. Spark Chief with a big ultimate. Gets answered, but a wall comes out, and I think that might have been
huge. Oh my God, no one died by both Glartrox.
Okay, so, and the Glartrox had every single person in it, but hits the wall at the last second. The Agamotto slams down, does not get much, but finds Nero and Paulie, which is what they finish up and clean. That was the first portal that we've seen from Swamp Gaming, and boy, did they make it messy and ended up holding.
Huge, bro. Huge.
Yeah, really good fight there from the side of Swamp. They, you know, Liquid Citadel committed everything and did not work out for them. Kraz should have ult available here, and it's going to be uncontested. So likely going to try to find a flank angle to make that work. The shield, well, there'll be no shield really to stuff it, so it's kind of free reign. And there's that all on the back line. Can they combine? Throwing the bubble shield to try to protect, but goodbye to everyone off the back of a huge ultimate from Kraz, who pays for it, though.
Dude, Melo used two different guns on the Elim feed and was able to get them back after back, like in between cooldowns and the swap and the finish. That was just sexy, man, if I'm being honest. 67%. They're farming up ult by the millisecond, looking like Moon Knight out here.
It feels so good to be a Swamp Gaming, you know, predictor.
These Liquid usually get so much advantage, but right now, solving the puzzle.
All right, folks, and again, Liquid Citadel now with ult advantage. The Rage of Ultron comes out. Melophobia with the Glartrox to try to answer if any of this stuff. The Schmovement goes out there for the top side of Speedery. Scatter able to take out Energy on the Wolverine is a good start, and there goes some heavy commitment. The Glartrox is out from Melophobia. Scatter takes out Spark Chief, and they are walking it back once again, folks. 30
Liquid
seconds
Citadel's
on
not
here.
running Elsa anymore?
Swamp Gaming looking like they're exactly like they did yesterday on this exact same map.
Reality bending in their favor, doing exactly what was called for them to take this thing the distance now. We've got
They're back on Elsa.
With the AI
15 seconds.
Ready of Ultron, and there comes the Ultron ult pushing them back, and now dangerously low is Spark Chief, and time is ticking. 7 seconds left. What do they even have available? Cooper going to be able to have that ult, and the show is going to continue on now. Push forward.
Oh my God!
With the pick at the end.
Oh my God!
Space or time. They can't touch. Are you kidding me? The Ultron snipe.
Where's all the Liquid Citadel voters? Where are you guys?
Paulie couldn't decide, or not necessarily not his fault, but couldn't say, hey, I don't know if I can touch here. There's too much pressure. There's ults out in the sky.
This is what the Liquid Citadel voters look like.
To get there and paid for it instantly. Falling, not allowing the 3-second touch. Folks,
they're gonna lose their bet. They're losing all their money.
Didn't do
they're
it.
losing.
Just couldn't get there centimeters away.
Oh my God!
Wow,
you guys are
what a
shaking.
defense.
That was cinematic. Like the end of the pop of the primary as he was coming.
You guys are
shaking. Like it was within the exact frame to stop that from pushing into OT.
You guys are biting your fingernails, but you can't bite your fingernails anymore because you went all the way down to what is it called, the nub?
But man, Liquid Citadel
you can't.
On their map choice.
Now you're biting your toenails because you have no more fingernails.
After
you guys are stressed
on the last map.
You guys are shaking.
Why this is crazy is. Any game mode is up for grabs for map 7 if it does push to that, which listen, I'm not Doctor Strange, but I've seen the future. Probably Domination.
Yeah. Someone's got to throw a rope to Citadel here because the Swamp is pulling them down. Domination might just be the one to make that rope come into play. But folks, Swamp right now holding before point one back to back on this map.
You guys want to see?
Absolutely
I'm going to show you guys what it feels like to be a Swamp Gaming
on a composition they love
to
run. It's just disgusting play.
Oh man, no stress in the world. This is the easiest win of our lives, bro.
And the Iron Fist. Okay, the Karate Kid coming ready for the home now. Throwing down is going to be the quick Crescent darts down. Look at that farm up quickly. Crass is going to go down early and have them go ahead. Days punching air. Going to go and swap that out quickly. That was a fast swap. Unsure what the plan was.
My character stopped fishing.
What they might have triple
maybe.
Out the gates. Yeah, okay, so Days now going back on over to the Tron.
Yeah, there's no wolves, so one of the percent-based damage, should they run that triple that they're running, or that they thought they could run, but they're electing to run that 2-2-2 across the board here. Actually, no, it is a 2-1-3, my fault. As Speedery takes out Days, Paulie onto Valentina, Speedery again onto Scatter, trying to set the tone, but there's so much time on the clock, folks. They're going to have to keep this momentum in their favor if they want to shut this tournament down and take the preseason home. Remember, they need a win here. But Swamp, if they win, would just push this to Game 7, map choice in Liquid Citadel's favor.
I'm shaking.
Man, they pushed this thing on blast with the Storm.
I'm shaking right now.
So
what are we doing?
They go with that, with the Moon Knight out the gate, but instead they go ahead and try something different. Now, with what they're rolling with, it can be tough to push the point, right, with the triple strat. Not easy on the offensive side, but they're trying to do the impossible, as they've done with the defensive hold just shown. Speeder going to keep their Vanguards nice and healthy. Pushed up to the Foley is going to be the imprisonment. Group Frodo ready to go, and nothing is going to be taken as far as the picture of the Elim Cam, and there comes the Glartrox. Melophobia sends out the monster to keep them going forward.
Yeah, Melophobia's Glartrox is like juiced or something. It just always seems to eat a ton of people.
Did you guys taste
always
that?
Seems to give value. So shout out there. Great angles, great patience, and great understanding of cooldown utilization, knowing when it is available. And again, getting value is the side of Swamp Gaming with 2 minutes on. They only have to push through point 1.
Man, this is just everything you would hope for if you've been a fan of this esport for so long now.
When Swamp Gaming wins this,
Days
everyone that voted on Swamp Gaming,
across the room,
when we take Liquid Citadel's money, you guys want to go get some steak and lobster or some sushi, very expensive like sushi at like a Michelin star restaurant?
Days gets a finish again. The pop on Cooper gets a huge elimination, and the Basante comes out and the cleanup happens. Chip, this is a speed run.
Yeah, this is quick.
Oh my God, I could already taste
they should be able to get off
fat tomahawk steak, medium rare,
you actually have to take the portal
that
to the
I'm
high
buying
side.
with everyone's Liquid Citadel's money.
as we begin once more, folks. Trying to get on the point. They will do that. The walls are out to block from behind. Cooper keeping the damage out. He's going to be on that Strange. Locked in for the moment, looking for the backline now. E gets committed, but no one goes down. Good movement by both sides to stay healthy. Nero on that cloak for the time being. And the switch comes in as Speedery now on that rocket.
Alrighty, folks, minute left. 60-second stand between Swamp Gaming and Game 7 of the Crown. Going to Liquid Citadel.
Huge.
Another. Here comes the Glortron.
No! Okay, Melio still got one.
What? Here comes now the firepower from Rocket and Co. Liquid Citadel trying to flip the script, but cannot do it. Sparky finds one, but will it be enough? The Rogue is out. The Southern
my God, the Iron
trying
Fist!
to find some. 38 and climbing. It's Swamp Gaming that finished the job, Chip. You were here, chat. Roster Mania in America.
We are going to a Game 7, chat. This is the best grand fucking finals I have ever seen in my life.
Absolute insanity. And dude, again,
and
I actually think
been alive
since
the 80s, bro.
I mean, the 1800s. Same time it happened again,
bro.
But didn't even need it. Melophobia coming out with the MVP. Come on now, folks. This is just absurd. We are going to Game 7.
7 games, man. 2 teams. Now only one gets to move on. This is it. It's all come down months in the making. The resets of orgs, players, teams.
How many people?
Everything has been put together.
How many people?
Preseason.
758 people? Oh, don't worry, chat. I'm booking a reservation for 758 people for steak and lobster at a 17-star Michelin star restaurant. I got you guys.
What we've witnessed above
I got you guys. I'm calling up the restaurant already, bro.
Clutch. Folks, get ready. Game 7 around the corner. We're going to reset.
I'm already calling up the restaurant, chat. Also, okay, we have a few minutes. If you guys don't know this, obviously, Tetcher, the EMEA caster, as you guys were watching today, he's also, caster host. He wanted to join a call with us before the next game. Hello, good friend.
Oh, Mr. 3.
How are you doing? First of all, appreciate you being a part of the watch party. I hope you're having a lot of fun. Great casting. Chat, can we get a massive W for the casting he's been doing in the hosting? What's up, my friend?
I mean, for starters, I want to triple down. Krasmang, future world champion. That's absolutely insane.
His Hulk? Oh, go ahead.
But not yet. I'm still biased for my boy Polly, so I want to offer you a bet.
A bet? Okay. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Okay. If Swamp win the next map, aka the preseason, then live on broadcast during stage 1, I will call you the best predictor in Ignite.
Okay.
If Liquid Citadel win, then you have to admit to your chat, to everyone here, that your predictions are cursed.
I'm not. Okay, you know what? I'll take it. I am a betting person. I deal. Shake. I will shake on it.
Shake. Internet shake.
Internet shake. Chat, it's all here. You can clip it. It's real. It's an internet shake. The deal's done. But as the chat, my chat already knows that I'm like the best predictor in the world. You think Team Liquid Citadel's gonna win? Bro, listen, I got a call by Mr. John Swamp Gaming that they wanted to lose a few games to make it entertaining. I even text them. I was like, I text them this morning. I woke up. I was like, hey guys, I had a dream. You guys 4-0'd Team Liquid Citadel. Can you guys at least make it a little entertaining so I can hype up chat? And they said, sure, we'll do our best.
Liquid Citadel have the power of Norway, though. That's an extra whole country with the power of a continent behind it. You gotta lean on it.
Yeah, but Swamp Gaming has the bald man himself behind them. Which one's better, Norway or bald?
Hey, I'm approaching that as well. I'm right behind you.
No, you're not, bro. No, you're not. But hey,
right.
Thank you. I appreciate you taking the time out of your call. Hey, man, I appreciate you watching, man. I big fan. You're amazing.
Right back at you, dude. We met in China and I've been enjoying it ever since, having such a lovely time. So best of luck to you, but also I hope you lose.
What the? No, I won't lose. Have a great one, my friend.
See you later.
Chat, I will say, like I've been mentioning before, I've been around the sun a few times. I've been around the block. I think Marvel Rivals have some of the best casters. They had the best casters.
2 Game 5s yesterday, taking me into today till 2 a.m. Now we're here.
That was actually really fun. I like that. That was actually a very random call, but I really did enjoy that.
You can't make it up. It's so funny. I love it. I mean, the craziest story for this Game 7 is
okay, now we got to get hyped, chat. We got to get hyped. Come on, Swamp Gaming.
If Swamp were to reverse, turn this around in these last 3 matches,
come on, Swamp Gaming.
Oh, bro. Would they be the first domination, but they would take home the preseason. It's just... it's so cinematic, dude. It's so Marvel. I love it so much. This has been insane.
It really has been. Bro. And those teams just keep on showing us that they have more and more layers to them, right? Just in that last map, we're seeing the Strange Protect coming out from Swamp Gaming, the first Ultron Protect coming out from LC. They keep on like flipping pages in their playbooks to try and come out on top. Therefore, I cannot wait to see what they have in store for us for our last and final map here in the grand final.
Oh my, Kevin Feige could have scripted better himself. I know Doomsday's around the corner, but come on, if you're here, you're here watching the next big esport develop. Game 7, the Swamp has dragged this series deep. Can they finish it in the mud, or will the Fortress Citadel stand strong, Shib? Krakoa.
Chat, what's Swamp Gaming's record against Liquid Citadel and KOF?
Can they finish perfect and win the whole thing?
Oh, talk about Battle World, huh? I mean, this is Battle World right now, duking it out all the way down to the very end here.
Stand up, it's the last game.
This is going to be the same ban phase from last time. I don't think there's going to be a change much here from the side of Swamp because it worked. And yeah, we're going to say goodbye to the DD, lock into the Elsa, and match it up once more.
All right, folks, now as the next ban commences from Swamp. It looks like they're going to get rid of Speedery and that Devil once again. Of course, now you'll never see the Elsa not locked on both sides. Like, buddy, with the talent of Melophobia and Energy on each side, like, who comes up more clutch? Every angle shot ult is going to matter here. Doctor Strange, goodbye before you can even save it. Once again, shuts that door down, what quite literally helped him several times. Cap saved in the biggest moment, Shib, the first Avenger.
Captain America saved.
Yeah, that's going to be right for Poly, as Poly gets so much
Liquid
value there.
Citadel
but they do have the option also for
Doctor Strange.
If they do want to run the Van Pool, which is on the table for them, the lock-in and Mantis now, the bottom side of Swamp Gaming worked for them last map, and they do it again, folks. Everything on the line for this preseason, bragging rights, seating looks good, the bread, everything is available to them, and nobody wants to lose it like this. It's even more painful when you push it to the final game, but it's been a pleasure to watch.
Yeah, man, it's been an honor to cast this whole thing through because next up is stage 1, and there's so many questions going into this season, this year.
Yo, D-Bird, appreciate the massive 100 bits, my friend.
What's going to happen? Terra leaving, the scene changes, Pauly coming over, all the roster mania, the orgs announcing the esports packages to partner teams have led to the playoffs here at the big stage. And now, the locking of these heroes to get an Infinity War underway. This is the end game now, Shib. Here we go.
All right, folks, as we can see the idea of comps being run, you're going to see Nero on that Fox, Energy, Elsa, Cooper showing the Luna, Poly, Vanpool, and Spark Chief on the cap. So there's that switch, Speedery on the Psylocke, and then over at Swamp, thinking about having Val on that Mantis, Kraz on the cap, who's look great on the cap as well. Melophobia on that Elsa, Forky showing
exclamation mark Discord
be for packs, Days on the Ultron, Scatter on the Vanpool. So those are
exclamation
the
mark Discord, and you click on the link. Spiffy for 9 months, my friend. Appreciate
Very strong compositions for Domination.
And tell you what, with
Chrissy,
right, that
is actually the goat of MR Coaching. Hey,
last year
this wouldn't be fun without you guys.
Used as highlight marketing reels for the
join the Discord though. We're almost 80,000 people strong in the Discord. Quiet with the 105 bits. Chat.
Rising up
last
from the depths that they've
game
become.
Of the night.
We've got Valentina, Porky Dog, Days, Triple Strat, Locked and Loaded, Scatter, in a menace on the Merc of the Mouth, throwing LFGs. As the point opens up in 14.
How's the sleep in the past couple days? Absolutely horrible.
And now I think we're going to see a little bit of patience and just nerves coming into play here.
6 hours.
The setup actually, Spark Chief looks clean. It's matched right back by Kraz on the backside left. I'm not sure they can actually see that as Fox pulls out Portal early on the side of Nero. That's a good cooldown to burn. Cap staying healthy from Kraz. Good positioning by Energy now. Both teams getting a feel for how this will look as Poly's just trying to get that experience. Peeling back line, trying to look for the cap. Will get one, but it's matched. on both sides as Polly falls. So will Kraz from Speedery. Now it's all about this next pick. Oh, point. Almost being owned here by Swamp as Melophobia gets a pick on a Nero. And that is going to be a startup here. Point likely for the side of Swamp.
Yeah, Spark need to stay on there early and get a fall right away. Now, Liquid Citadel have not lost the point first often, as we've seen in these dominations. Again, pure perfection from them.
Who capped first point
against the Swamp?
Was it, what does that chat? What does that say? Top right?
Look behind the scenes. Speeder going to try to find that pick once again. Open up the pathway to get this thing right back.
That says Swamp Gaming. Oh, okay.
Any other day, Shib, a scrim. These teams have fought each other now near 100 times, traded back and forth. But the biggest game lands right now. 27 seconds. Hellfire Gala firing up. Now Energy looking for something, playing very patient.
Yeah, but it's tough to play patient when they are building that charge on point, folks. You do want to try to get that back, especially before it gets to that 70. Oh my goodness, Speedery, that was dirty. As one goes down, goodbye, Kraz. Putting pressure onto the front line once more. Off point, getting some of that charge back on point, trying to take control as out goes the Ultron's Rage. Melophobia looking for an ultimate opportunity here, but no, doesn't even need it. That is a huge delete through the dance floor, folks. Speedery going to start off with a huge cutterfly. That's a two-piece, but gets Glartrox off map in that moment. And that's a good answer as Melophobia and Scatter get two. And that's going to be another pick on a Speedery.
You guys
and
thought.
Response by
you guys
Swamp
probably stood out of your chair. You guys were like, 70% oh my God, we got
on the domination point right now, which gives them a heavy percentage chance
you know what
taking
Swamp
home his
Gaming
first
said? Swamp Gaming said,
hold
hold these.
You watch two
hold these.
teammates get sliced
hold
down.
These, bro.
Psylocke and throw the monster out to answer the
you
call
ain't winning.
Instantly. Just like that, Valentina, man. This is okay. Watch Energy here in the way.
You know why?
You know why?
Swamp Gaming is called SG.
Go ahead and beat the cap. Spark Chief trying to get that pressure there for
it's
the
short for Squirrel Girl.
Energy looking for
and
his
that's
moment.
What they're
send out the beast. The
they're giving them. They're
nuts. He finds three. Everybody's gonna fall up to the wall. Hits and
man.
unable to finish is gonna be the Glartrox now together.
I don't know, man.
Jumping in, Nero, Kumaho ready. Shib overtime tick.
Chat, I'm sleep deprived,
I mean,
bro.
at this point, folks, Swamp her up. Invisible Boundaries committed Spark Chief with the freedom charge, but Melophobia onto Energy once more. Melophobia locking in as Daze takes out Cooper.
Sashi,
that
47 months, appreciate
it. Daze, Melophobia once more, make it a two-piece. Overtime ticks down. Not sure
it
the portal can be committed, folks. That is going to be map one.
It don't matter.
Gaming.
It don't matter.
The first
it doesn't matter if you're undefeated on King of the Hill. It doesn't matter.
I believe
you know who's winning. Swamp Gaming
could decide the fate of the crown of
it
the
doesn't
championship.
Matter.
Just like that.
I can already tell the chat.
Down to five,
excuse
Shib,
me,
Jay3. Yesterday between these two grades.
The game's not over. It doesn't matter. Game's over. But Jay3, Liquid Citadel always win cup. Game's over.
Strong once
it's done.
again.
It's over.
Facing the last zone.
It's over.
This is. Can you?
It's done.
I cannot believe how perfect.
Game's over, chat. Game's over.
My God, just tapped
Game's over
on the face.
Oh my, folks, this is just pure Marvel Rivals right now. So consistent, so locked in, and Swamp against the wall, backs against the wall, multiple games now, stepping up, consistently clutching. They just have it in their veins, but can Liquid Citadel do the same? They need to take a map now, or their dreams of taking this preseason will be eliminated, folks. Here we go once again in this compositional change.
All right. Kraz, ready for the feast. Gonna have that opening, and that does give them plenty of advantage to at least burn some of the cooldowns and then put the aggression from there. And go ahead and try to take the fight here right now before the point opens up. And there it is. The Feast of the Abyss comes on with the symbionts. Gonna pop with it. They do survive. Damage is boosted. His energy is feeling that pump now as he pushes in the elephant gun, trying to find something. Nothing gonna come from it now as dinner time coming out early, and that's gonna be used all on the Groot. Goodbye. Cut him down. Spark to the spawn.
Yeah, they're still trying to maintain presence on point for the moment, but not able to do that. Daze and Scatter have ult available. Polly is going to be on that cap now, so the switch up did come through. Cooper copying up, but they can't get to point in time. There's a huge play there to get this presence on. Rage of Ultron now to try to peel, and instead going to be used defensively.
Wait, who capped?
Polly almost, my goodness, Polly with energy, getting that pick in the sky as 10% is on here for Swamp. The invisible boundary committed by Nero. Polly close to ultimate as well. Speedery almost there too. No ults available for Swamp as the retake of point comes in from Liquid Citadel, and now they're looking very clean with this comp change.
Yeah, the point's just a side objective. They're just trying to get team wipes both each time and just perfect precision play. Now as Daze and Co going to go ahead and rotate out the win in the perfect dive. You said it, man. Energy, Pauly locked in and shut down the Sky villain in Ultron. Looking at what they have, man. Plenty of sustain in Pauly. To be able to keep them alive. Obviously, with that swap in the Vanguards, they feel that is best. They got to end it with their best.
J3 quiet.
Looking close. Melophobia. Energy. Monster v Monster coming
I'm
up.
letting the gameplay do the talking, bro. Congratulations for finally capping the point after 2 rounds.
Just trying to call out where location is and make sure they can make a play on that back line. But the triple back line is going to be difficult to dive with solo here for this cap. Instead, just going to divert focus. It's the only job there. As a Glartrox gets released on a Cooper, I believe that might be the actual target. But switching in that very end moment, there might have been a clone. As we see, Melophobia.
Yo, we're ulting clones now?
First time in a while we've seen a huge miss in ult.
They're going to get the pseudo-strategist ult in Captain America to keep everybody alive and healthy. Energy gets the Glartrox out. They're trying to get the finish in the flush, and there it is. The monster.
That was a big one. Oh, my.
Going to go ahead and get the picks needed. And Shib, are you kidding me? Could this go to Zone 3 and Cerebro's location to settle the score? The maximum distance?
Oh my, dude, this is insanity, folks.
That's
As
not
no one will have ult available early on in this next fight besides potentially Cooper. This is very much in Liquid Citadel's court here in terms of if they can make this work. The copy
it's not real, bro.
will be a problem. There is not going to be an answer yet. Daze making the switch, the compositional change from Swamp as a chess move answer to what they saw from Liquid Citadel is all they are hoping for.
I think I'm
trying to burn the passive here now from Daze in the front line. They are going to go with that fastball special that's provided so much value. But will it be enough value this late into Dom? 97 and climbing, 99 going to be the case here now. Pauly trying to find value in the back line on this cap. Has looked dominant ever since that switch came through.
The yellow bar now up and ready, shining and shortening now as Spark Chief going to go ahead and try to close down there. Now the Banhammer's thrown down, but everyone kept alive. A Soldier is thrown out by Cooper. My gosh, loss of words as Scatter falls. Time is ticking shortly. 99 up. Pauly throwing punches, shields. He's going to take this thing to Zone 3. He will not be stopped as the first Avenger, picking up Mjolnir in the perfect time against Thanos. That is Swamp Gaming Ship.
Oh my goodness. I mean, Steve Rogers back on cap, coming in looking clean. The answer comes in from Swamp, maybe a little bit too late. But now, again, folks, since they've made that switch, if they believe it's the ideal comp for the comp they're going against, now they won't be down ult advantage. That was the problem. Once you make the switch, you don't have the ults to answer, so you can't necessarily judge your comp based on what you've seen, because you kind of just lose to the fact that Soul Resurgence was out there and you didn't have anything to stop it. But now you are going to have Daze, soon to be Forky and Melophobia as answers into Energy and Nero, soon to be Pauly and Spark Chief. I mean, this is going to be a heater, folks. Strap in. It's anyone's game here.
This is Marvel Rivals, man. I can't remember a tighter, even match at the stakes.
Sorry, I had to sneeze.
Sure, preseason, but my God, both teams so equally footed, blow for blow. Looking at the ults, though, if they're tracking in the chaos, in the mud of the swamp, they've got the advantage here pretty good with Nero and Energy up to go. Q's ready. Everybody fueled up. Valentina gonna go ahead and get the jetpacks out and the healthy armor. The Fox is coming out. Did not see her play that last time with that matchup, but here we are, Shib. Cerebro is for the taking alongside the crowd.
Hey, J3, how does it feel to be wrong? The game's not over, bro.
Folks, this could
I don't know why you guys are gloating. I've never gloated once. Game's not over.
Myself have nerves, and I don't even care who wins it. I'm just excited to be here. Fastball special available. It's been very dominant. Got to see a little bit of it. There's that damage reduction, trying to get onto the back line. Not able to make that work. Good movement, but not a big play there yet. But the final ultimate is available. Out goes Glartrox, coming right back, trying to keep them healthy. But I do believe, oh my goodness, Daze using the ult as a counter. Invisible boundary lands right on the landing point. And Spark Chief able to take out Daze. That's big value for Liquid Citadel, who turned that around. Cap starting up heavy with Pauly. Nero now going to be on that boundary. And we see Pauly and Spark Chief have ult available. Speedery as well. Forky brings out the boundary. It's gone. No ults available yet for Swamp. Valentina close, but Valentina gets deleted by Energy. Make it a two-piece Energy, and Pauly finds the third.
That was insane by Energy.
Holy God. I mean, there's 15 things to shout out there, buddy. And which one do you want to pick? Because high energy. It's dude, Daze trying to do his best Phoenix impression, going to the White Room in the ult, but cannot find the Solace. And then Melo finds them all, but cannot finish as Cooper throwing down the lanterns. My God, the perfect cooldowns coming off the heat, folks. 14 seconds, or 14% now, climbing up. Pauly has yet another ult to keep this thing theirs. I mean, such a big defensive comp if the point is capped early. It comes down to the last zone. This is it. Scattered, 73.
Just running this alt recharge battery comp where they can use that Groot wall to farm alt fast too, and that's the idea there, is it's placed in the back line. You see now, Jason Scatter, they need to find something, and they need to do it soon. 35% looking here towards the side of Polly, who's going to launch that alt early on. Energy, though, through the chaos, takes out Scatter, and again, they're up in numbers, and this is going to be a forced retake. They're going to have to drop back here just from the pressure of Polly, and that is value. Valentina, though, launches with the alt and is going to be able to find a two-piece, but no, it's matched right back once again. Excuse me, it was a one-piece match back again.
TLC assemble now as Energy follows the captain into the charge. It is absolutely Marvel madness here. Looking like the Avengers has won 65%. They've been perfect on Domination ship, and they are 20.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
I wish I could count. 30%.
Oh no! Don't go to the TP. Don't go to the TP. Don't go to the TP.
We're gonna see now.
Don't go
folks,
to the TP. Don't go to the TP.
What can happen? But it is a must-win fight for Swamp Gaming.
Good.
Who do
Go
not
through main.
have
Go through main. Go through
back.
main.
Oh, dude.
Liquid Citadel locking in here. Cooper and Energy. Alts available. Spark Chief with the Strangling Prison and soon to be Nero. So many Qs to be pressed in this fight. Swamp Gaming cannot overcommit, but they need to win this, as it will be final fight territory for the side of Liquid Citadel. The commitment comes in. The Glartrox goes out. It looks for two, and it does not seem to find two as the boundary's committed.
Forky's able to place that ahead in the game since
Yes!
he unmatched the intangibles display.
Sorry, Cooper. Yes!
Finds more. Would you expect anything less for them to then get this point back? Charging up that rage, ready to go is the Wolverine himself. Slices, dices the animal. Instincts come in as he slices down, but Energy finds one. Crash with another.
This is insane, chat. This is literally not even grand. This is not even grand finals for NA. This is like a grand finals for like a LAN event of how insane this game is, bro. This is actually like, this is actually so hype. This is one of the best games I've ever seen, bro.
There's an all from Craze trying to find backline pressure early, and that is a pick, but it's matched. As Paulie gets one on Daze, that does not land from the side of
huge block,
getting no value, blocked by the shield. And there
looked
goes
like me shooting a three-point shot
point pressure
when I'm playing basketball. It was an air ball.
Oh my! Are they going to be able to get more as Paulie takes out Forky? 2 down, numbers up off the back of the portal, and it's overtime ticking down. Port priority up here for Liquid Citadel. Can they keep this moving?
Just like that, the portal not available with Strange gone and more. Paulie said he will not lose again on Twitter and finds himself throwing the shield of justice one by one, slamming them down. Melophobia can't do enough. It's Citadel standing strong and finding revenge.
They've officially paved the swamp and made it a moat for the Citadel that is TLC. W for Team Liquid Citadel on an amazing retake.
Chat, I gotta tell you guys something. Wow, I gotta tell you guys something.
Unbroken, man.
No, like dead ass. I gotta tell you guys something real quick. I gotta tell you guys something. Look over there. Look over there.
Incredible year 2 Shib. My God, just blessed to be a part of it.
Paulie made that switch to Cap and takes the MVP. So happy to be here alongside you, buddy. Wow. This, I mean, Marvel Rivals Ignite preseason. If this is just any indication of what we're going to see this year, folks, and we're not even at a LAN yet. Imagine this level of play. Oh, live in person. This is just beautiful. What an absolute
Chat, I don't know why you guys are being mean.
Shout out
I
to
have
Swamp,
never
who almost
had an ego or been like, you know, I've never gloated about Swamp Gaming winning. Like, I don't know why you guys are being
quickly, and the error of margin is so low. I mean, when you try to look at this as micro and macro, there's just little mistakes. I mean, it comes down to quite literally small ability adjustments and picks and plays.
You're not getting away that easy. I want to hear you say it.
I am cursed. No team that I think wins actually wins. I am a failure.
Oh,
I legitimately thought you had it. I thought you had it so hard. After round 1, I thought you had it so hard. They had ult advantage. They had everything.
I can't believe I can't. I think my chat jinxed it. I
don't
know.
Yeah, it's their fault. Sure, for sure.
I think my chat was gloating too much, and then I don't know why we lost. That was a great series, though.
That was crazy. I'll let you get back to it, but...
no problem. Thank you, my friend. It was good. It was good. We'll do another one soon.
Oh, for sure. We'll run it back. Let's see how it goes.
We'll run it back. It was fun. GG's, man.
Have a good night.